Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. We are back. Pentiment. Making sure that everything is up and running, but we are looking pretty good so far. Yep. We're looking pretty good. Hey, cool. So yeah, welcome back. This is Pentiment. We played this day one. Came out last Tuesday. So we're playing it again. It was a fun game. It was a very, very text-heavy game. It's not a lot of action so far, at least, and I have a kind of funny feeling it won't get there. It seems to be really, really focused on decision making and cause and effect, and that whole thing that Obsidian has shown that they're into with like Fallout New Vegas and the Outer Worlds and stuff like that. But those games also had like action overlaying them, and you know, fighting, shooting, and this game has not really had that. Most of this has been kind of like I said, decision making and just purely cause and effect, purely how you affect this world. And I also don't know how long we have left of it, at least for like the first playthrough. I think by the I have an idea that this might be a game that requires multiple playthroughs, which is cool if it's like short enough where you know, you can kind of get this feel for the world, but you kind of, you know, somewhat death loop it, where, like, you know, you have to actually do multiple playthroughs and, in order to do things. So, we are going to see. Let's continue. Time to get back to work. Well, you see. So, last time we were in here, we met some cool people. We are basically we work at a scriptorium, which is more or less where like they used to make books, but not just like books, but also like pictures for books, and not like child pictures for books, but you know, books with visualizations in order to properly display the artistic intent of the writing, I guess, is the best way to put it-ish. So, more or less, we're like painter / scribe / whatever, right? Which is cool. We got that. We work in a scriptorium, one of the last scriptoriums of this, of during this time period. They were starting to go out of phase, and this is one of the last ones, and it is, in a what do you call it? The Abbey. So we work in an abbey. We are not a monk, however we work with monks in order to, I guess, you know, do this thing, and we're working towards becoming a master so that we can, you know, kind of go on to do our own thing. But yeah, that's kind of where we are so far as a basis. Oh, also, I kind of forgot to mention, rich guy came in. We talked to him. He was pretty chill. He was kind of a shitty dude, but like, you know, not like exceptionally shitty. Yeah, he came in, started talking a little bit of shit, and then he was stabbed, and then one of the monks was found with a knife. And we don't think that monk did it, but so yeah, now that's the murder mystery that we're having to solve as a scribe. Yeah, hi, devil child, demon child. I don't like that you still exist, but I guess that's where we're at. Hi, Eva. Hello, Andreas. Morning. I hope this day is treating you well. Well enough, though there's not too much to do and not enough hours to do it all. The storm made such a mess of the town, and there's leaks in the roof at the home. And that's all and there's all that wool, Lord. What's this about wool? The ewes are meant to near to lambing, so we sheared them last week. I must have spent ages washing all that wool. Have you smelled wet, dirty wool, Andreas? Oh, there's nothing worse. Now it's clean, we've got to spin it, and that takes an age all its own. Lord, I don't know where I'll find the time. Won't Claire help you? Surely you won't be doing all yourself. Surely you won't be doing all yourself. Sometimes forget you are from Nuremberg, Andreas. Clara, Hetty, Veronica, Kat, even little Ursula will be there, although she makes mischief more than she helps. Okay. So Hetty, Veronica, Kat, these are all people we haven't met. At least the work goes quickly with the women working together. Lively conversation helps pass the time. Sometimes we even give visitors. I could be a visitor. No. My friend is trying to court this woman. So we will not, be flirtatious. Though we could be. We will not. Could I be a visitor? You're welcome to come. I'm sure the others would be glad of your company, too. Johanna Bonner will be there to keep eye on us. As long as you stay outside, I can't see what harm visiting would do. Harm you visiting would cause. Johan. Okay. I'll consider it. Come on, everyone will be glad to see you mingling with the regular folk. Hetty especially, she worries you think too highly of yourself. We meet at Johann Bauer's home. Come by in the morning or an afternoon and speak to Johann. Okay. I should get back to work. It was a pleasure running into Andreas. I came. The pleasure was entirely mine. No. Be well, Eva. Yeah, I'm not gonna be a dick and hit on, you know. I hope to see you a spinning bee, Andreas. Okay, well, I might be there. Like, I don't know why you're expecting this bunch. Hi, Peter. Andreas. Hi, Peter. Hi, Big Jorg. Hey, Andreas. You say hello to the girls today? Even Clara? No, I mean the chickens, Peter, James, and John. They like it when you stroke their back, or at least give them a good scratch under the breast. You named your chickens after the apostles? Couldn't think of anything more feminine? Maybe the names of pretty girls, you know? All the pretty girls I know are married, though. Naming a chicken after another man's wife doesn't seem right. When I hear about the apostles every Sunday in Mass, they witnessed Jesus' greatest moments of glory and his darkest trials. And I was thinking, that's how it is with the girls and me. They see everything I deal with around here. That makes perfect sense to me, Big Jorg. You have much in common with Christ. Yep. You're making it fun. It's fine, I get it. Let's just call them girls from now on. I don't really recall your family eating eggs. What do you do with them, all of them? Always sell them to the Bowers. Clara says we need the extra money for taxes. Anyway, I should get back to work. Until later, Andreas. Until then! I don't really want to talk to ill Peter. He kinda has... well, let's see. God bless you. Alright, thank you. Thank you for not going on an entire rampage. What are we doing? What's our objective? What are we trying to do? Section... Journal. The spinning bee. Archdeacon's investigation. Baron's man, Michaelis, has reported For Innsbruck quest presents the most reverend Jacob Essler, Archdeacon of Freising. He will gathering evidence about the murder, interrogating those of us who might have information. Okay. I talked with Lucky, found out his argument with the Baron. He's usually working next to his house or north of the Tom Collins. Ottilia Kemperton cursed the Baron when we were walking through the meadow. I need to find out why she hated him so much, for it is next to Franz Bowers. I need to figure out the meaning of the cipher Franz Frennick wrote on the scriptorium. He used a volvel while writing it and took with him. Can't keep it in his robes all the time, can he? Prior Frennick has been acting strange since Baron arrived. I should talk to him and find out if there's something going wrong between them. He's usually in the scriptorium. The abbot's house or the prior's house. Mother Cecilia reacted poorly to Baron's presence at the abbey. Could she have something to do with this murder? You should find out what their history is. She's usually in the prioress's house in the Covenant. Some peasant women have invited me to spin wool with them, share a little gospel about the town. I could learn something about who would have wanted to kill Lawrence. The women meet at Johann Bauer's house. For so the commons, I should let Johann know I want to attend. I need to find a way to advance from the abbey. Okay. They seem grateful for the money. Hopefully that will help alleviate shit. Humor pages. Okay. The flood. During dinner, we talk about people who have problem. Okay, cool. So they won't be doing it yet. Hello, Andreas. Hello, Indres. Alright. There's Johann Bauer's farm, but it's not active yet. I don't think. Even house. Hans Bauer and Widow Kemper. I need to go to work. So first off is work. Klaus. Morning, Andres. Morning, Klaus. To the mill, Thomas. I'll be with you, Andreas. Alright. Nobody really wants to talk to me today, which is, I guess, good. Oh, hello, I want to talk to everybody again. Hey, Till. Hello, Master Mailer. Okay, cool. Go visit everybody. I thought it was just like that, Bertie. Oh, hi. Did I pick them okay? You think Saint Satia will like them? Saint Satia. One of Tassing's patron saints, Satia was a local pagan who converted into Christianity and miraculously aided St. Moritz's soldiers with food in the dead winter. She was murdered for her actions. Not perfect. She'll like them very much. That's a beautiful bunch of flowers, Bert. Did you gather them yourselves? Yes! I like the purple ones the most. They're handsome flowers. You don't have those where I'm from, you know. You're leaving them for Saint Satia. Bertie's flowers, yes, and the last of Fall's apples. Many of us store-watered when the spring damp came, but not this one. It seemed most appropriate to bring it here for him. Do you know the story of Saint Satia, Andreas? I'm not familiar with her. I take it she's a local saint. Indeed, and very dear to us, as dear as the famed Saint Moritz, although not as widely known. Nod thoughtfully. Tassing is blessed to have been founded on a great trade road on fertile land close to the Lord here in the Alps. I have been to no place like it, it's true. This was once a pagan village. St. Moritz snowed in during a bad winter, brought the town to the Lord with the aid of Saint Satia. Satia was the daughter of the town leader, the first of the pagans to move to the convert. She led St. Moritz to a spring, and then when he baptized her, the earth grew lush green, rich with fruit. Oh, what fruit? Big, juicy apples! And pep! Yes, sweet. Pears, gooseberries, currants, apples, other fruits native to places Satya had never seen. Moritz and his starving men were saved by this miracle, and the town was brought to Christ's side. In a way, we were all saved that day. It's a lovely story. What happened to Satya in the end? She was martyred for her faith. But I feel she is still with us. She is with us still, don't you, bud? In the tree. The tree. Grown from an acorn fallen off the tree that provided the kindling for Satya's fire. Through God's grace, she is always here with us, working her miracles. She seems very important to you. It's through her work and the Lord's grace I have the life I do now. I owe all the joy in my life to her. What do you mean? When Klaus and I first married, we struggled for years to start a family. I was distraught. I wanted a child desperately. Prayed an offering the saints at Tia and prayed to be touched by a miracle of life. And we were blessed with Bertium. I came from the tree! And what a blessing he is. My little scamp. It's been some years since his birth, and we are struggling again. I'm hoping Satya and the Lord will once again bless us with a child. Perhaps a daughter. I hope for you and Klaus as well, Marie. You are wonderful parents. Thank you, Andres. You're a good man and a good friend to my husband. We shouldn't keep you any longer. I hope you found peace here with us and with Saint Santia. Until later, Marie. Until later, but... Until later! Bird is so excited. Alright. Well, we know that now. Guess we'll go up here. What is all the way over here? Abbott House. Oh, okay. That's where the Abbott lives. Alright, cool. So if we go up to here, I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Could talk to what's her name. No, I should go to work. Right. It's probably work is the best. Yes, but Andreas, I'm sorry about what was happening to Brother Piero. I do not know him well, but I find it hard to believe he could have killed the Baron. Do you have any idea who might have done it? Did you see anything? Sadly, no. Most mornings I spend my time reading in the courtyard, but the rain made that impossible. And although the brothers are friendly, I do not know them well enough to speculate. I am sorry. If it would help you keep your spirits up, I would like to offer it you with you. Well, you and some of the townsfolk. I have become acquainted with the Albin family, but I do not feel comfortable making this offer myself. If you could approach them on my behalf, I would appreciate it. Gospel says that man cannot live on bread alone, but from time to time, a little bread is required. You continue looking for the Baron's mater, but perhaps later. Of course, I understand. God give you hope. Until later. We'll see you, bud. Cemetery. Apple trees have only started bloom, will be months before they bear fruit. This monument to the founder of Abbey, it's fairly recent. The funds were donated by her descendants. Interesting. Where does this go? Animal pens. Volkbert. Good day, Andreas. Come on, Volkbert. Abattoir. I don't know what abattoir means. I feel like I've heard it, but I don't know what it means. Pilgrim badges of St. Moritz. Andreas makes these. Yep. Alright. Cemetery, large garden. More what recipes brothers have for peas. Kitchen and cellar, refectory. Namatorium. Church. Dormitory. Hey, Doc. God bless you, Andreas. See you, A-Dog. A-Dog's a nice guy. Nice old man. Bailey, church, scriptorium, Pyre's house. He's in his house? He's not. There are deep indentations in this parchment. Whoever wrote on the page above it must have been angry. Or if it could make a charcoal rubbing of this page and reveal the content of the writing. Oh god, it's weird. Aha, clear as an alpine day. It's a letter to the Baron from Prior Frennick. Oh my god, Lawrence was blackmailing Frennick to get him to perform some kind of occult ritual. It's one thing to read books on magic, but if you are foolish enough to attempt and actually practice what's written on them. Okay. What's this? A Volvo? I've seen these before in Charmian medical tracks. What is this one for? 2 wheels, top wheel has Greek letters and holes cut out to reveal Latin letters underneath. The outer edge of the lower wheel is divided in 4 sections, each bearing an elemental symbol. Greek, Latin, and elemental symbols. It's obvious someone with occult interest fashioned this. The quarter turn of the upper disc aligns a different elemental symbol with the top of the lower disc, and that reveals a different set of letters underneath. This must relate to the Greek letters I found in Frennick's book. I need to compare them, but these symbols aren't the same. The elements don't appear in the cipher, and the astrological symbols aren't on the Volvo. There has to be a connection between them that I am missing. Could find some way in the library, but I'm sure a book I could use to figure this out. Sister Illumina is not there most of the day. Perhaps I can find and wait in after the dark. And if all fails, perhaps I could ask Werner Stolz. He lives off the north of the Commons. Werner Stolz. Isn't he the doctor? I have a sense he doesn't like me much, but I'll find a way to get the information out of him. Okay. Someone was in a hurry to get rid of this parchment. Smells recent, probably wasn't burned more than a day ago. Okay, good to know. So up here. Good day, Andreas. Hi, guy. Fuck you, guy. All my homies hate guy. Aren't I supposed to, like, be getting to work? Isn't that, like, the thing that I'm supposed to be doing, or... I couldn't just go to work. Why couldn't I just go to work? Hey, Matthew. God bless you, Andreas. Okay. Dormitory. There he was in there. Tower. Crypt. Isn't this where he's probably locked up? I'd guess. Foundations of the Abbey were built when the Romans occupied this land, and not long after the death of Christ. Gotcha. 2 markers go back centuries all the way to the founding of the Abbey. Abbot Dietrich, from the height of Kersel's power in the 14th century, those days have long passed. Gotcha. Lovely relief of the Virgin and Child, statements hidden down here. Well, these parts must move somehow. That was it. Now what? Oh, it's a secret entrance to the library, I see. Can go in there after dark, apparently. Oh, bless you, Andreas. Hi, Rudiger. I don't know. What time is it? Do I know what time it is? Nope. No time. No time. Okay. Shrine. Oh, everybody's praying. Elizabeth, Margaret, Sophie, Matilda. They're all praying. Brother Matthew maintains the shrine along with some of the sisters who paint badges for pilgrims. Okay. Hercule containing a hand of Saint Moritz, who is said to have once held the Holy Lance. Holy Lance. Also called the Spear of Destiny or the Lance of Longinus, is a lance that pierced Jesus' side on the cross. Many legends surround the lance and several places claim to possess it. Okay. Can go to the prioress's house. That might work. I'm gonna pet the cat. Pet mouse finger. Hello, nice kitty. Alright, cool. Guess I can go to the prioress's house. Oh, she is praying. I might not want to disturb her while she is praying. She might get mad. Cecilia? God bless you, Andreas. God bless you, Mother Cecilia. Is there something I can help you with? I noticed that you took the sisters inside when I walked with the Baron. What concern of it is yours? You said much in saying nothing. And now I will say even less. Good day, Andreas. Okay. Well, I tried. She won't say shit. I don't think she did, though. The rest of the Covenant, not for me. Oh, wait, what's the central room? Torium. Doors are the Covenant locked to outsiders, men at least. Covenant Garden. Paying and Phil's Garden. Begin. One of the Cecilia's favorite. Okay. I don't think everybody is praying there. Clayster Church. Is there anywhere I haven't been? I'm wondering when I can start work. I haven't been in the tower, have I? No. So these are the bells that rang. I'm guessing there's some sort of significance for those then? How do we ring those bells? I don't know that. Okay. Well, I feel like I've explored everywhere. What's this on the ground? Oh, apparently nothing on the ground. Guess those are shoes. Like a cum rag or some shit, I don't know. Monks allow jack off. Been there, been here. I don't know if sister is in there. Said after dark, but I don't know. Feel like for some reason it's she might not be in there. I can take the chance, I guess. Well, I don't know why I keep just going all over the place. Ins and outs are so confusing. Okay, well, if sister's mainly in the library right now, I need to wait until comp line. Okay. So, we can't work. Right. Chapter house. Bloodstain is awful. Must have been left by a Baron before he died, but how? Back of his head. Hitting the wall. Dance of Death Mio. Father Matthias had painted a few years before his death. It's beautiful. Dance of Death, an artistic allegory to the constancy of death. Illustrations often feature people from every station of society to communicate that death inevitably claims everyone from the peasant to the emperor. So now, okay. Garden. Okay. Abbot House. Hey, Frenick. Andres, one awful time, awful time. Baron murdered a Cursor. These are dark days indeed. Father Pio, I admit, I would have never thought him the type. What could have possessed him? Piero is a half step from the grave. You really think he could have killed, yeah. Piero is a half step from the grave. You really think he could have killed a man in his prime? School your tongue, Andreas. A murderer he may be, but the man is still your brother in Christ. Envy and pride inspire men to madness, Andreas, even old men. Have you come here to me for a reason? Do you need something? I found a strange note in your fireplace. It was written in an unusually fine hand. I came across an interesting letter from you, addressed to the late Baron Rothvogel. You rushed to the scriptorium and hid something strange in your desk. No, thank you. Must return my duties. God. Okay. What are you doing? Hi. Hey, puppy. Shake. Pet. Puppy Gober. Hey, good night, Andreas. Okay. So Frenick was being blackmailed to do a dark ritual by the man who's now dead. We know this. Victory, kitchen, and cellar. Wolfslav. Sorry, Andreas, I can't let you down there. Father Goodnot doesn't want anyone talking Brother Piero before the Archdeacon arrives. What am I going to do? Elope with him? Just a few minutes? That's ridiculous. Just a few minutes? I really shouldn't. I need to talk to him. Order background. Implored Goodnot to reconsider holding Piero. Ask Goodnot's forgiveness for questioning him. It won't work. I'm sorry, I can't. I understand. I'm sorry. No, you're right, I'll leave it alone. God bless you, Andreas. Alright, Lucas. Hello, Lucas. Okay, so, cellar. Piero is being hung underneath the kitchen. Right. My brothers eat their meals. This is where the lector reads to them. I'm wondering, like, what's... I just want to go to work, like... Guard, spot, inventory... I don't know how I'm supposed to... make time move forward. I just... Can I not work? Or what? Can't I work? What am I supposed to be doing? I guess I could push Frenick. I will find the entrance. Go inside if the nuns have left, so I can't do that. Frenick's house and I can use this to figure it out. Cipher left. Widow's Curse. Exclamation tango. Okay, I guess I go back down out of the Abbey. Guess that's what it's saying. Where Abbey? Talk with the wife. Kitchen. Talk with the wife. Lady Solomania. Hello, Master Mailer. I'm not talking. What's this? What is this? Laird of Baron from Pyrephrenic. Oh, this is the lair I made charcoal rolling from. Oh my god, Lawrence was blackmailing Pyrephrenic to give him perform some kind of occultin or ritual. Once blackmailing Pyrephrenic, same text. Okay, you don't care? I thought you might care about me reading your letter. I feel like that would be an issue. I don't know. I don't want to hit Phrenic with everything yet. I might get angry. Waterfall. Run full of bugs nowhere. I'll go ahead, hollow rest and split up. Hold Otto, go see Andreas. Hi, Otto. Our full must flow down from the snow melt in the mountains by the alley. Abbey, not alley. Salt mine. Tassing's old salt mine. How the town made money before the Imperial Road opened up. Yellow Road, also called Via Imperii. The Imperial Road links to Venice and Southwich Stinton on the Baltic Sea in north. It passes through Verona, Eisenberg, Nuremberg, and many other cities along the way. Also brings thousands of travelers to Tassing and Curacao every year. Cool. Huh. Well, not information. Keep thinking that, like, trigger something. This feeling is for that. Okay, that's fine. Oh, I can go talk to the guys over here. Smokey, you need something, Master Mailer? No, but thank you. Thanks, love. Oh, hey, Master Mailer. Hello. Okay, nothing to talk to you guys about, I guess. Cause already talked to the Drucker, already talked to Thomas. I haven't gone to the mill. I haven't gone down here. I guess I'll go to the mill and I'll go up there. Mill. Glass windows probably made in Low Countries. Good morning, forgive me, I've forgotten your name. I'm wounded and call me Andreas. You are the miller's wife, yes? Yes, that's me. Clara and Eva were an artist working with them. That must be very exciting. They've treated me well. They seem to have enjoying it, someone new in their home. They've treated me well. Perhaps even more than Clara. Oh, I only meant living on a farm among the townspeople. Isn't it very lively? Peter starts raving about the miller's toll. Only when ill Peter wakes up in the night and can't find the chamber pot. So far it seems like a life like most others. Ill Peter, yes I know. Oh dear. Ursula brings some joy to the household though. Such a lovely little girl. Pray the Lord may someday bless us with a daughter. Else, have you finished with your gobble? There's work that needs doing. Oh no. I'm sorry, I have to get to my labors. Of course, I apologize if I bothered you. Until later, Mistress Mulerin. Until then. Oh. I'm gonna pet the dog. Look at this dog. Look at him. Oh! It's a cute dog. It's a cute dog. It kind of looks like a dragon, but it looks like a cute dog. Hi, Paul. Hello. Paul, right? I don't think we've talked before. I'm Andres. I'm staying with the goodness. Oh, but you're not a farmer. Why are you living with the farmers? They're letting me board with them while I work the Abbey Scriptorium. You're a monk? I'm an artist. Oh, like you do drawings? Drawing, painting, calligraphy. If it goes in the book, I can put it there. Oh, is that how you get money? What? Abbey pays me, of course. Art is a job, just like being a mill is a job, but it's also a calling. My dad says drawing's stupid, and it's not worth it. Do you like to draw, Paul? Yes! More than anything. All I have to do work Dad can't see. He gets mad. My dad doesn't like some of the things I do either. That's why I don't tell him. Can I tell you a secret? Nothing on this earth would please me more, young Master Mueller. Sometimes I draw in the ruins, in the meadow, where Dad can't see. What do you draw? Cats. Mom. I don't know, stuff. I probably shouldn't be talking to you, and Dad won't like it. You're probably right, I'll go. Till later, Paul, and hey, keep drawing, alright? I will, bye. 1 heart. This looks like a Dutch windmill that's still doing in Bavaria. 1 heart. Morning, you're goodness bored, aren't you? How could you tell? You look like a man who understands the power of appearances. Quite unlike their goodness. I promise, you expect them to act like kings? A little dignity wouldn't hurt them. They blat like sheep, eat like sheep when times get hard. Only Eva's got a backbone. How is she, by the way? She's fine. Why? I'm only curious. She used to bring a barley to me, but Peter insists on delivering it now. It's a shame. She'd shown some curiosity about the mill. I'd hope to foster that. I haven't seen such a marvelous windmill since my time in Flanders. There are many farmlands in the farmlands growing along a Lee, particularly west of Ghent. Ah, the Lees, a lovely range of hills. Right, Flanders' famous hills. She's the only windmill in Bavaria, did you know? Constructed in exacting detail from Dutch specifications. Gem of the Alps, and none of the incurious adults here can appreciate it. Except you. I suspect they have more urgent matters on their minds. I should be going until later. Until then, Miller. Urban of Ruins. Oh, there's his drawings. This must be Paul's drawings. One nice drawings. Gloves must have allowed access to the aqueduct. Okay. Meadow. Alright. And then snowdrops only flowers that can bloom this early in spring at this altitude. So I guess I'll go to visit the thing over here. Where is it? I forget where it is. There it is. Friend's Bower House. Cat. Hello, Master Melee. I'm sorry to cause you trouble, but have you seen Martin recently? He wasn't feeling well, so I let him sleep until prime. But when I came back to check on him, he was gone. I saw him Thursday morning. I did see Martin running through the meadow, but this is a delicate situation, and I'm not sure how I should handle it. I didn't get a chance to speak with him, and I don't know what he was up to. The boy's clearly troubled. The people in town do not think well of him. He could be entirely innocent, but if I tell Kat that I saw him fleeing the Abbey, she might think her son killed Lawrence. She might think I think her son killed Lawrence. That could cause her undue stress. I don't want to get embroiled by the problems. Probably wasn't even Martin who did it. Even if it was Martin who killed Lawrence, I don't know where he's gone now anyway. He doesn't strike me as a murdering type. Still, Cat deserves my honesty. Damn it, I wish I'd never seen him. He doesn't strike me as a murdering type. Still, Cat deserves my honesty. Damn it, I wish I'd never seen him. But when I came to check on him, he was gone. I saw him Thursday morning. He ran through the meadow while I was on my way to the Abbey at Prime. But he said he was sick. And what was he doing in the meadow? He hardly ever goes out there. It always makes him sneeze. He seemed to be running from the Abbey. Why do you ask? He has a history of making poor decisions, like stealing. Baron Rothagel's servant believed mine may have stolen some of the Lord's rings. The Lord have mercy! That must be where he's gone, to sell them. Oh, Martin, how could you? Do you know where he's likely to have gone? Is it possible he could have killed the baron? No. Do you know where he likely has gone? Last time he ran off was to Innsbruck. I don't know. He could be anywhere. Well, if he was attacked on the road. I'm sure he'll be alright, Cat. I pray to God that you're right. I'm sorry, it's not your trouble. Thank you for speaking to me. You're welcome, Cat. Was there anything else? I don't want to impose, but if it wouldn't be too much trouble, please let me know if you see Martin. I'm worried for him. Of course, Cat. Thank you, Master Malin. Be well. Sure thing. Gita, I would wish you a good day, Andreas, but I fear that would be a lie. Has something happened? Martin's gone missing. Cat is beside herself. I'm sorry to hear. Do you know where he's gone? I'm sorry, I don't. Cat might know. He speaks to her more than she does to me. More to her than he does to me. Even though I'm his wife. I'm sorry, they've always been close. They've had to endure well. Perhaps I could speak to Camden. Perhaps friends could tell me more. That might be best. I should probably get back to my chores. Friends will be angry if he sees me shirking or talking to an unmarried man. Of course, God willing, Ron will come home soon. He will. I trust in Providence. Be well, Andreas. Be well, Brigitte. Hey, friends. Hey, Merlin, have you seen my son? Uh-oh. Not today. I haven't. I have not seen him today. Not today. Has something happened to Martin? I feel like this is fair. This isn't a lie. I haven't seen him today. It's a new day. I saw him Thursday, but today's Friday. I ain't seen him today. Not today. Has something happened? Nothing good box around the ears won't fix. You see him, well, you tell his mother. He's driving me crazy about it. I'll let Cat know if I run into him. Good. Until later, man. Until then, Okay, so I met them. Nothing came of that. Can talk to the old widow. And these wood carvings are quite curious. Tilia's home. Alright, bye, Otilia. I'm gonna go, this must be Rennick's cane. Strong, sturdy, and here the hood was broken off. Break looks recent. Could Otilia have used this cane to kill Lorenz? Otilia, your husband's cane is broken. Do you remember what happened?
How should I know? Everything in here is broken and falling apart. The head broke off at some point, and I'll remember how.
Right.
Ha!
Okay, well, thank you for letting me have his broken cane. Here, Tilly.
Well, if it isn't the late Baron's new best friend.
Nice to see you, Otilia.
Ha! Sarcasm. How and Bridgel. What do you want? Must be bothering me for something.
We never really talked. I thought time we get acquainted.
Humph. No one wants to talk to this early old widow. Oh, the goodness of the heart. No, I know your type. You want something from me. What is it, boy? Spit it out.
Can't a young man come to entertain an old widow out of a simple Christian charity?
No, go away.
Fine, but I'm coming back later.
Do what you want. I can't stop you.
Alright, fuck you, Otilia. I'ma leave. Alright, well, is there anything else? Wait, so... Oh, wait. Oh, wait. John Bauer. Oh! Oh! Here they are doing the thing. Hans. Hey, Andreas. How's it going, Hans? Keeping busy in the fields? I guess. Do you like it? What? Farming. I never really thought about it. Dad says it has to get done, whether I like it or not. What do you think about them? Uncle Franz and said Brigitte might come help with the laundry today. Okay. She's Martin's wife, right? She seems nice. She is. Nicer than Veronica, by the way. Anyway. I wish Brigitte lived here instead of her. Well, you have a good time thinking about your cousin's wife. Yeah, kid, have a good time thinking about your cousin's wife. What? Until later, Hans. Bye. Andreas, was just wondering when you'd turn up. Gaggle said you'd come to watch them spin between you and me, and he's not about to let you go once she's got her in her claws. So I hope you've got a few hours to hunker down and get comfortable. I'm happy to spare a few hours. Eddie'll be glad to hear it. She's got a fondness for you. Heaven knows why. Now, I can't let you inside among unmarried girls, being unmarried yourself, but you're welcome to watch through one of the windows. Very sensible. You wouldn't want me stealing all of their hearts after all. You joke, but I expect you to behave yourself. What idiot never did see trouble he didn't want to jump in feet first? You don't think he's gone to Innsbruck? Martin. We're talking about Martin. Lord, no. Innsbruck's got to be small time to the little shit now. You think he has something more exciting on his mind? Hello there, small child. It's a big world. Perhaps he intends to explore it, or escape. That nobleman just murdered up at the Abbey. Martin picked an awfully convenient time to run off. Oh, Lord. Andreas was friends with the nobleman. Do you think Martin could have, you know... What motivation could Martin possibly have? I'm not ruling anyone out just yet. I don't think this is appropriate for me to discuss. What motivation could he have had? It's not our place to say. Martin has a nasty little habit. He's gotten better. Once a thief, always a thief, I say. Yeah. I don't think this is appropriate for me to discuss. As a matter best left to proper authorities, certainly not a spinning bee. Imagine being tried by a gaggle of peasant women. That's unkind, Johann. It's the truth, isn't it? Doesn't matter if it hurts your feelings. She's right. You're being unfair. Say nothing. Andreas, if you're just going to stand around, how about I put you to work? If you're going to gossip with the girls, you might as well spin with them, too. Oh. How do I spin? How does this work? Draft wool from the distaff and twist it tight, then spin the tight yarn into the spindle. Once there's enough yarn on the spindle, collect at the bottom and begin again. Draft, twist, spin, collect, repeat. You'll figure it out. Draft, twist, spin, collect, repeat. Draft, draft, draft. Shit. Spin, spin, spin. Collect. I've got it! You
know, it took Ursula to play with Gret's daughter the other day. Who's Gret? Gret. And there was a strange man in the bakery. Was he polite to you? I can't believe Ulrich would stand for anything less. Ulrich is that person, okay. He was very reserved, dark skinned, quite tall, and wearing a tunic. He liked the right bride, I remember. Who is this man? Why am I just now hearing about this? I believe he is staying at the Abbey. That must be Brother Sabat. Brigitte and I saw him walking up there after visiting the shops. He seemed lost. Where is he from? Does he speak German? Christ, I hate being the last to know. Okay. Alright. You know, I saw Big Joe talking to the nun again. The younger one. Heh, who can blame him? God damn it, Johann! He knows she's trouble. I told him to stay away. She's very pretty, isn't she? In a mean way. Pretty pals, but a nun all the same. He knows better. When has that ever stopped Big Jorg from doing anything? We have plenty of pretty girls here in town. My Veronica's not half bad. Ma! Let's not give Andreas any ideas, eh? Ah. Bro, I'm spitting yarn. I don't know what you want from me. It's very easy. Brigitte has been spending a lot of time at her mother's house lately. Agnes is glad to have her home, and Lucky's always treated her like a daughter, but I can tell they're concerned. Are Brigitte and Martin having trouble, Veronica? That's one word for it. Brigitte does what she can, but nothing pleases Martin. He won't lift a finger for her. Woof. Small child. He's such an asshole. Well, that's his business, is it? Women's work and all that. You ever seen him doing as much men's work, Dad? Can't say I've seen him do much work at all. Perhaps Lucky can talk some sense into mine. He's always been a devoted husband and father. Lucky Steiner is the model of what a man should be. Okay. Good to know. Is everyone behaving themselves in here? Oh, it's you. Afternoon, Otto. Come to see anyone special? Oh, Otto. Hello, Otto. It's good to see you. I heard laughing from the road and knew you all had to be up to no good in here. And look, there's Andreas. Have you been minding your manners? Old Johann here is a real stickler for propriety. And to God, Master Zimmerman, not once in my life. Huh, likely story. Don't be so quick to judge, Andreas carries himself like a man who's caused his share of mischief. It's called confidence, gentlemen. How can you take pride in a good day's work when all you do is fiddle with your paints? We all knew you work hard in the field, Johann. No need to boast. He works hard in other places, too.
Hetty, what the fuck does that mean? Hetty, I'm gonna need you to inform me of what that means. 'Cause I think you're making a reference here that nobody else should get. I'm 90% sure that you, Hetty, are committing the cardinal sin of being horny on Maine. God save your soul.
Alright. Mom! You've been in town for a few months, Andreas. Got any burning questions you've been meaning to ask? About Castle Abbey, about Baron Rodvigul, about Tassing. About Baron Rodvigul. I heard Baron Rodvigul was involved in a tragic affair in Tassing. It's a very sad story. One that's not entirely appropriate to discuss even here. Oh, just tell him he knows enough. He should know the truth about his friend, the Baron, anyway. We weren't really friends. Yes, I'd like to know. The grave belongs to Lucky and Agnes's first daughter, Beat, and their unborn child. Why are they buried out in the middle of the forest? She killed herself. It's not quite that simple. She had an affair with the Baron and fell pregnant. That man promised her the moon and the stars. When her pregnancy was discovered, the Baron abandoned her. The heartless bastard. It's her fault, isn't it? She should have known better. What's wrong with you? Veronica Bowron! Girls, you're causing a scene. Beat asked her mother for help with restoring her cycle. She refused. Agnes and Lucky told her that they would find someone for her to marry, that everything would be all right. We don't know if Beat was scared or, well, she took matters into her own hands. And ended with her death. That must be terrible for Agnes and Lucky. Lucky and Agnes both took it badly. Agnes blamed herself. Lucky blamed the Baron. It's not hard to understand why. Beat was just a girl. The Baron took advantage of her. That would explain why Lucky and Lawrence argued when Lawrence returned to Tassing. Sure. I can see the wheels turning in your head, Andreas. You should leave well enough alone. Agreed. I don't like where this conversation's going. Come on, Andreas. Surely you've got better questions than that. About Tassing. See much of the monks and nuns in town. Anchoress is in the church. Do you know much about her? Anchoress in the church. Oh, yeah. How have you been weathering the storm? Do you see much of the monks and nuns in towns? Why would we? They think they're better than us up on their fancy hill. They mostly keep to themselves, don't they? Serving the hours and all. I can hear them singing sometimes when the weather is right. It's nice. There are a couple who do their shopping in town. Fat man, very cheerful, and serious woman with a stern face. One moment, did you say there are a couple? I meant there are two of them. They often come down here together, that's all. Eva, shush. The fat man is kind. He always says good morning. Do I take a salacious secret, ladies? Of course not, Master Mailer. There are no secrets in Tassing. Except for all the open ones. The fat monk is an alright sort. Caught a pilgrim troubling my Veronica once, set him right. Caught a pilgrim troubling my Veronica once, set him right. Okay. He's really strong, and has very loud voice. A very loud laugh, too. If I wasn't aware you ladies pay such close attention. Jealous of a monk, Johann? Hardly. A man who's taken a vow of chastity is no threat to me. Certainly not. Good lord. I notice you don't say much about the sister. Sister Matilda. She's pleasant enough when she comes to town. She's more friendly with Gret and Ulrich than the rest of us. Gret and Ulrich. How is it that you know everything about everyone, Eva? I pay attention. Smart. Huh. Are you bored, Andreas? I'm bored. No more talk about monks and nuns, please. Oh, so you are jealous. I don't know about you girls. I'm sick of this wool. I'm sure we've got other chores to get to. I'm glad to have that over with. Now I don't have to think about wool for the whole year. Oh, I was having such a nice time. I certainly learned a lot. Care for an escort home, Eva? I'd like that, yes. I expect everyone will be on the best behavior going home. They always are. Johann, please. Andreas, will I see you home for supper? Perhaps. I'm not sure what my plans are for this evening. This was very illuminating. Thank you all for letting me join you. Thank you for the invitation, everyone. Thanks for coming by, Andres. Come back anytime. Unless you come on Abby business. Or I can't be here on Abby business. Don't threaten him with a good time, Johann. Prime Sext. Okay. Should find someone to eat with. Hetty. Hey Andreas, you have dinner plans? You should come join us for a meal. Maybe another time. If you say so. I want to go eat with the, Johan's family keeps me high from the honey and wax. Okay, cool. Andreas, you got dinner plans? Why don't you join us at our table? Maybe another time, Johan. Sure thing, be safe. Alright, great. Yeah. I want to have lunch. Oh, hi. Hey, old Otto. Andreas, come eat dinner with me and Otto. Can't just now, Otto, but thank you. As you like. Okay. No, I wanted to go and eat with, what's his name? The nice guy. Seems good. Okay. So go up here. Nope. Keep going up here. I don't want to eat again with the dead man's wife. That I don't need to do that twice in a row. Over here, and he should be here. There we go, spot. God bless you, Andreas. Sorry, I had to take a drink. You have time to eat with me and some of the townspeople? Of course, I'll talk to Gret and see who she wants to come along. Where should we meet you? At the shrine to St. Moritz. I'll see you there. Until then. Oh my, Andreas. Yes? Are these all of the mothers from Tassing and their children? Well, no, I don't think it's all of them. Helena Perfinger couldn't make it. It's Helena Perfinger couldn't make it. It's a long walk up here in her condition. And Hetty said Hans is too big for stories. Stories? I may have said something about your books. Yeah, what do? I like stories. Yes, maybe a little bit too much. Huh, alright, I can tell a story. But first, let us pray together and eat. Oh Lord, thank you for bringing us together as you brought Jesus to his disciples on the road to Emmaus. A mouse? A mouse. With the breaking of bread between us, let us recognize each other as Christians and rejoice in our salvation through you. Amen. Amen! Alright, thank you, everyone. And I thank you and your husband for this bread, Gret. My Ulrich says that bread brings people together. I missed this when I was in Flanders. Oh no, I think we could get some real trouble in testing if you ever ran out of rye. I think we could see some real trouble in testing if you ever ran out of rye. I missed this whenever I was in Flanders. Cheese. They don't have bread in Flanders. Wah! Where's Flanders? North, down by the sea. It's where the Mueller's windmill came from. It's true. They have whole fields of them where the land is flat. I want to see them. Father Gnat, it's white bread, does he not? Yes, the finest wheat is used for the abbot's bread. Why? The abbot is a very important man, Paul. We have bread in my home that we call injera. We make it thin, round, and wide, and we pat our food on top of it. We eat it with almost every meal, as you love the bread of your home, so I miss mine. Almonds. Oh, what's the recipe? Maybe we could make it? Thank you, but no. We use a fine grain that does not grow here, called teff. Surely someday you'll go home and can have your fill of it. God willing, yes, but then perhaps the day will come when I miss the rye of tassing. It is a great danger that comes with the blessing of travel, living a life between worlds. Munch. I don't want to talk about bread anymore. It's so boring. Don't be rude, but... I did say I would tell the story, children. Have you ever seen a Bible? Father Tom... Yeah, Father Thomas has one. It's huge. My dad has one. It was printed in Bramberg. Very good. This is a Bible from my home that I've brought to give to the abbot. Andreas, do you have a favorite story to illustrate from the Bible? Adam and Eve, the tree of knowledge good to evil, Jacob wrestling with the angel, inoculation when Gabriel appears to Mary, Christ being taken down from the cross, Elijah and the chariots of fire. Jacob wrestling with the angel, seems pretty good. It's a powerful image and speaks to us as we struggle to comprehend the divine. Our struggles are not as spectacular as Jacob's, but just as difficult and may leave us transformed as he was. Now then, children, do you know the story of Jesus feeding the multitudes? Fish and loaves. My mom and dad make loaves. This is from our Bible, how we tell the story of how Jesus fed thousands from only a few fish and a few loaves of bread. Why is everyone brown? Because where I'm from, everyone looks like me. Why? Because we are all as God has made us. I know tassing seems big to you, but the world is so much bigger than we can imagine. There are many people of many different colors around the world. There are places where no one looks like you or me. Really? It's true. In Flanders, I saw ships arrive from the New World. People look and dress very differently from us. Differently from Brother Savalt. They make art out of gold that is so beautiful it shines the greatest works in the Christian world. Brother Sabat, did you know the Baron who was murdered? Well, but it came up when I was visiting the Jockers. I need someone to talk to. I think he's done death. I'm sorry, Marie. I'm sorry, Marie? Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, Marie. I need someone to talk to. And we were happy to have you. We can't shield them from the world forever, Andreas. I did not know him, but do you know the story of Lazarus? No. He was a friend of Jesus. He became sick and died. Hat. But Jesus brought his followers to Lazarus' tomb. He prayed to God, and when they opened the tomb, Lazarus emerged, returned from the dead. Jesus can bring people back from the dead. He can, but one day Jesus will bring us all back from the dead. Everyone who has ever lived and died will come together and be resurrected on Judgment Day. Empty-headed. Oh, my hat. I'll say nothing. Even the Romans? Yes, the Romans too. Why did you ask about the Romans? I saw one come out of their tomb like Lazarus. What do you mean, Paul?
Well, the ruins below the mill, they're Roman, and they all died a long time ago. I saw one come out the other night. They were in white like Lazarus. Let's stop telling stories, Paul, and you shouldn't have been outside at night. Andreas, what does he mean? I may have seen something. I know of text rituals that an educated man could use to attempt to summon a spirit. Probably someone just linking around up the dock up to mischief. I may have seen something similar the other evening. I know it's troubling to be sure. I feel like this one is gonna be touchy. But we know that Frennick was being blackmailed to do a ritual. I know of text rituals an educated man could use to attempt to summon the spirit. Why would someone do such a thing? There could be many reasons, some darker than others. Apology for that, ladies, but thank you for sharing a meal with me today. I will be leaving for Rome soon, but I'm glad that you have spent some time with you and your children. Thank you, Brother Sabat. It was wonderful. Don't forget to stop by the bakery before you go. I'm sure my husband will want to see you before you go. I will. God grant you all health. Is my hat going to continue missing? Yep. A child has stolen my hat, and I will have it not returned. Also, inquiry containing hand of the same rates. Okay. Weirdly enough, I don't know, it said back to work, but I never went to work. So it's a weird thing. Infirmary, is there anything going on in here? St. Luke, patron saint, artists also paint healers. Lauren, God bless you, Andreas. Hi. Most of the medicines are made by Agnes Santoria with the help of Sister Gertrude. Okay. Evilbert. Okay. Go through here. Oh yeah, I don't need to actually go through there. Oh, Bailey. Oh, hi, guy. Good day, Andreas. You think that the sisters are still up there? Guess that's the main question, right? The sisters are still up. Yep. Okay. Wait until Compline. Okay. Well, that was nice and kind of got us some information, which is good. We need someone to talk to. Yeah. Okay. Hey, guy. Fuck you, guy. Why are you just like standing over here? God bless you, Andreas. Andreas, may I help you with anything? No, thank you. I feel like why am I not working? Is that like not a thing anymore that I have to do? I guess I could confront him. May I help you with anything? I don't want to like... I want to get the full scope of the information before I accuse him. Right? I can go back and bother the old lady. I guess that's an option. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I'm not allowed to work. Do my art stuff. At this point, it's just like running around collecting information. Which I thought like it was going to have a lot more of like a time constraint, I guess. Power. Right. I go back here to bother Ottilia more. Back again, are you? You want to talk? Help me around the home and I'll consider it. The work's going to take a few hours, you know. I don't want to hear him whining. I'm ready when you are, Ottilia. Lead the way. Follow me, then. Been needing to collect some firewood, but I haven't been able to muster the energy. Oh, do you often have a difficult time gathering wood? I'm an old woman. Everything's difficult. And no one's around to help me. But not since my husband died. Now stop yammering and get to work. This light won't last forever. Okay. Stick. Does this have to be like a full ass animation? Okay. Why does it have to be like a full thing? It takes that long to pick up a stick. There are trees and Otter's been felling for the abbot. Break off that branch here, the big one. That's technically poaching, Ottilia. It's wrong. I know Ottilia feels like she's been wrong by the abbey, but the wood does still belong to the abbot. If you're caught stealing it, my investigation into Lawrence's murder could be in jeopardy. The abbot finds out I hoped Ottilia steal from him. He could make it finishing my masterpiece difficult. But if I refuse to hope Ottilia, she might not tell me what happened between her and the Lawrence to make her hate him so. When she yelled at him the day he arrived, it must have been serious. Serious enough to kill him? Perhaps I can make her see reason. It's technically poaching, Ottilia. It's wrong. You think the Abbey doesn't steal from us? The people of Tassing were here before the Abbey was. This forest is ours. Just because some piece of paper somewhere says this land belongs to the church, we can't use it. The people who care for it. What the Abbey do to make you hate them so? But we have enough firewood. We don't need this branch. It's not about to get in trouble with the Abbot. I'm not about to get in trouble with it so you can pay your revenge. What did the Abbey do to make you hate them so? I know the church has its discontents, but you reserve more rage for them than most. No one's ever asked to hear my side of things. Well, I'm not in the mood to talk about it, and you'll just have to mind your business. Leave the branch, we've got enough wood. Oh, okay. What? Why would you just pour it all out? I can't use all these sticks, they're too big. You need to break them down for me. Sure, break the sticks, got it. I need the right side at a certain length, so break them and forget the leftover scrap. How long do you need them to be, woman? No, where should I break them? I'll know when I see it, now get to snapping, boy. Okay, so I think it's the right side. That one should do nicely. That one should do nicely. Should do nicely. I need these smaller so they fit in my hearth, Andreas. Suppose that one is fine. It's too short. Maybe I should get a real man to help me.
This one's too big. I don't need a clubby buffoon. My god. Suppose that one is fine. Suppose that one is fine. Alright, so this. Is that. And maybe you're more useful than you let on. This woman really a bitch? You know, she is kind of a bitch. I'll be real. Sure, this will be enough wood. What about Colt's mouth? More Troy? Now, of course, lead on. Yeah, sometimes you gotta deal with that. You know, I have some mementos from running here. They've gone crooked and I can't reach. Could you hang them for me, Andreas? Easy enough. And please, be careful with my pictures. Some are very fragile. I would hate to lose them to your carelessness. Yes, ma'am. Uh-oh. Oh no. Okay. I feel like one of these is gonna drop very suddenly and be an issue. It's just gonna break. Think you could hang these papers on the table? I can't reach. Okay. This one goes up here. Please don't break. Please don't break. I don't need her to bitch. There you go. That looks alright. Thank you for hanging those. Just one thing. Remove the cross. Are you sure about that? Don't you gainsay me, boy. What Atelier is asking of me is sacrilegious. She could be forced to face a church inquisitor if someone found out. I might as well, simply for aiding her, to warn all Christ and as to grace the home that she shared with her husband. If I destroy it, she might gray it later. However, she says I don't believe she's the cross as her problem. There's something more I've yet to uncover. Taking cross down might be only cause her more pain in the long run. But if I anger her, I might miss out on information about Lawrence's death. Perhaps I could convince her to put it somewhere else sight so it won't torment her. That might be enough. What do you plan to do with the cross? Destroy it, of course. The church never did anything for me and took nearly all I had. Why should I be made to venerate it? What did the church take from you? What does it matter to you? I'll just stick the thing down like I asked. Perhaps I could just move the cross to where you can't see it. I understand you're angry and hurting now, but you might regret destroying it later. Would your husband have wanted you to destroy your cross? It blessed the home you shared together. Ordered background, show special kindness to Ottilia. My Rennig, he made it, do you know? It always reminds me of him, for better and for worse. Perhaps you could move it somewhere out of view. That would be alright. I'm assuming she didn't mean for me to hang this note. Remember your husband, the pain he carried like Job, the red bird flies, Martin's chapter. Matins monastic hour corresponding to 2 a.m. It's used for the night prayer. So I've seen 2 of these notes, I'm pretty sure. So where did this note come from, Ottilia? No idea. I found it on the table the night before Rodvigel died. I can hardly read it. The writing's too fancy. Keep it if you want. It means nothing to me. Okay. I've got one last thing for you to do, if you're willing. It's a legal document. I need you to read it. The words are too small for my old eyes, and my reading's not too good. Nothing would delight me more, Ottilia. Of that I have no doubt. Let me see here. Oh. Standard introduction, this document shows, etc., etc. Here we are, the meat of the document. It says, oh, due to the recent death of Rannig Kemper, his lack of heirs to inherit, your inability to pay fees on this land, your property is forfeit to the church. That said, this is all very suspect. I did not complete my law degree, but I smell something rotten in this letter. There are questionable assertions in here. Do you have any documentation on Rannig's lease agreement with the Abbey? No, never seen anything like that. I didn't think the lease was with Rannig. My family's lived here over 100 years. If that's true, it's quite likely the lease is with one of your father's ancestors, not Rannig. If that lease allows for partition of this land, you would have the ability to allow for others to farm here in exchange for payments to you. Huh. Johan and Franz Bauer never would. They want this land for themselves. Maybe if you sweet talk ill Peter, you could convince the Gertners to take it on. There's always the Gertners, if not them, the Perkins or one of the other families near the mill. Maybe if you sweet talk ill Peter. Ah! Oh, my honey's turned a vinegar boy, but maybe you're right about the family. Never had any problems with the Gertners. In any case, it's clear the Abbey is not being truthful about the existing lease on this property. It seems they use Rannig's death as an opportunity to try and change the existing lease to something more profitable. Yes, Rannig's death. It's all the fault of that monster, Lawrence Rotvogel. If he was still alive, I'd kill him myself. May he boil in hell for all eternity. I think it's time for you to tell me what happened with the Baron. Rannig, my husband. He caught that Rotvogel devil riding through our property and told him rightly to leave. The Baron beat my Rannig for it. Beat him so savagely he took a cane to walk. Even his breathing pained him. Never could breathe deep as long as he lived, which wasn't long at all. Good God. That Baron was the worst of a kind of a man, careless and cruel. He knew he could beat my Rannig and suffer no consequences, so he did. We were not even so low animals to him. We were not even so low as animals to him. We were furniture. And I knew after Rannig died, the church would try to take what little I had left. This document only confirms it. All because of Lawrence Rotvogel. Say nothing. Since Rannig left, I am waiting to die. Why should I have to go on living when he is gone? He has not even been dead yet a year. I had hoped I would follow him before the church came for what was left of our life. Do you know where you'll go? A grave, probably. Rannig and I had no children, not even a daughter. Who else would have me? You know, that's a pretty compelling reason for you to have to kill. I never wanted to say that. You said yourself you'd do it if you could. Just to say you haven't already. Finally, some honesty from you. That was the real purpose of this visit all along. I'm an old woman, Andreas. Even walking from my bed to the door pains me. How could I kill a man in his prime? Not that it matters. I'm sure I'll take the blame for it anyways. Just like I'm blamed for every running nose and throwing horseshoe around here. People in town, they can't wait for me to die. And the Abbey vultures hate for me, my contempt of them. None of it matters. I don't care what happens to me anymore. Thank you for your help, boy. You're the only one who came calling since my Rannig passed you, you know. Now get out. I need to lie down. Of course, I was glad to help. Alright, so I need to go after Compline. I could find someone to eat with. Should find someone to eat with. Huh. Who to eat with? Who to consume with? Can't with these guys. I could with Sonic and Hetty. Oh. I know why. Oh, wait. Oh, fuck. Okay, so what I'm gathering is that Veronica is single and Hetty wants me to be interested in her daughter.
Which is why she wants me to, you know, exist so badly. I kind of want to, instead, find someone else to eat with. There's Otto. I kind of want to eat with Otto. Otto seems like a cool guy to eat with. I've already eaten with him. Thomas, you'll be with Andreas. Can't eat with the people at the mill. They don't really like me too much. Plus, I at this point need information, right? But we know at this point, or we've gathered at this point, we haven't really been told, but I've gathered at this point that there are occult rituals happening at the ruins. Right? So there's some way for that to happen. Can I eat with the lady here? What's this? It's just a Gertrude. He enjoys and stores all of her herbs here. Okay. Oh wait, shovel. Huh, the shovel has blood on the blade. Not normal. Thanks to the Sister Matilda uses in the garden. I should ask her about it. Sister Matilda? Isn't Sister Matilda also the one who... if you refuse trust, then this juice is especially good for hangovers. Nice. Okay, nothing in here. Let's see if I can... Aquarium. Door to the Covenant are locked to men at least. I don't know where she would be. Lisbeth, Gertrude, Margaret, Sophie, Matilda. God bless you, Master Mela. May I ask you some questions, Sister Matilda? You know Mother Cecilia doesn't like us talking to men unless it's truly necessary. I have to ask you about your shovel. The garden shovel. I wouldn't say it's mine. It belongs to the Abbey. I just use it more than the other sisters. There's blood on it. I recently used it to kill baby rabbits in the garden. Oh no! No! Matilda, no! What? The other sisters are too squeamish to do it? I didn't clean it because it was going right back in the dirt anyway. Oh, I bring up the shovel. Oh, I understand. No, I didn't use it to kill the man. The man is not a rabbit. Sister Matilda, did you receive a strange note recently? Yes. How did you know? Others have received notes as well. What did it say? Here, look for yourself. Remember what he did, the violence you suffered, the red bird flies, Matins chapter. Optical, the red bird. I found it in my bed in Nun's dormitory. You can keep it if you like. Your bed? Who have put that here? The only people allowed beyond the garden are sisters, and I can't imagine any of them making us. Mother Cecilia and Sister Illuminatia have beautiful handwriting, but both of them have been so kind to me. Thank you for your time, sister. God bless you, Master Malin. Rabbit dispatcher. Jesus fucking Christ. Like... This bitch really was like, oh yeah, I know why you're asking. Yeah, the blood? Yeah, I used it to slaughter rabbits. No, I didn't use it to kill that guy. He's not a rabbit. Serious? I didn't use it to kill him. He's not a rabbit. Duh. Like, who the fuck would use it to kill a guy? like, what the fuck? Okay, so what's what is this note that everybody's gotten? Someone's sister Matilda claimed that her shovel was blood because he used to kill a rabbit on the Covenant Garden. Probably ask her that. Baron of None. It will upon entrance to the Abbey. Go. Cult Hands. Phoenix House. Striver de Volvel. Widow's Curse. After helping Otilia, she admitted that she hated the Baron for what she did. Apparently, Lawrence beat Ranning so severely that he woke with a cane for the rest of his life. Will believes the injuries ultimately killed a Ranleg. She also claims... well, she also claims... she's not strong enough to have killed the Baron. Probably true. Should talk with Lucky if I know it was arguing with Baron's man Nicholas. Okay. I could talk with Lucky. I want dinner to get heated, but I could see about it. Guess I could. Let's see why not. We've at least gathered a lot of information. Oh yeah, how many days? Like, somewhere here it says the noun of days, right? Curse. Rule. Abbey. Used to say the days, but okay. Albin Bakery. Guess it's there. Guess we go to the bakery. 2 a.m., right? 2 a.m. is when they meet. So to catch them on the night. I kind of would like to do auto, but I feel like Lucky is good. Old lady. Albin Bakery. Steiner House. Who's Lucky? Where's Lucky live? Okay. Lucky, Lucky, Lucky. Sorry, hopeful. Johann, Cat, Lucky. Lionheart, Lucky, Steiner. Stonemason Tassing, husband Agnes, father Brigida, known for his great strength. Steiner. Hi, Agnes. Good day, Andreas. Good day, Agnes. Was there something you needed? You're lingering. Fuck. Feel like, I was hoping to talk to you about Beat. Huh, and where did you get that from? You would think the Abbey worships gossip, given how they talk. It's sad and true. My daughter was a sweet girl, sweet and loving and naive. Continue. So you know enough to ask about her. What else have you heard? She had an encounter with the late Baron, fell pregnant. I know a little more than that. That is the crux of it. He made her many promises he had no way to keep, no intention of keeping. He was no child, but she had a little experience with men and the things they'll say to get in their way. When she missed 2 cycles, it came to me. We'd already been through this with her sister. Was this before or after Brigida had married Martin? Before. Strange thing. Since Brigida was younger. Was younger. Both our girls had wound up in trouble, but Bede knew that we wouldn't be angry. Lucky's a gruff man, but he loved both our daughters, no matter what happened. And then, she tried to restore her bleeding cycle in the pregnancy. Didn't want to help her, so she helped herself to the medicine I used with other women. It was an accident. God knows it was.
Even the church thinks differently. One last thing about Lucky. Do you think he blames the Baron for Bates' death? In a sense, I believe all of us who loved her do. I wish you could have known her, Andreas. She was a sweet and loving girl. But that's not what you're asking me, is it? You want to know if my husband killed your friend. Yep. My husband is not a murderer. I didn't think he was, but I'll leave you at peace. Be well, Agnes. You as well. Oh, that reminds me. Christian charity compels me to ask, are you hungry, Andreas? I'm ravenous. Thank you, Agnes. Let's eat then. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts, in which we are about to receive from your bounty. And we pray you keep safe in the souls of two innocents who rest at your side, their dearly missed. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. 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 You're looking tired, Agnes. Did Else keep you up late? Else? I don't mind it. She needs the support, and I'm happy to give it. Someone has to look after the women of this town, and Werner hardly cares to. Werner? Ah, Werner. You don't care for the doctor? Yeah, you don't care for the doctor? He's terrible. Haven't you met him? Stuck-up ass who thinks he knows everything just because he went to a fancy university. No offense meant to you, of course, Andreas. You've never lorded your education over me. Pah, Else deserves better than his clammy intentions. Women of Tassing are lucky to have you as a midwife, Agnes. God bless you for saying so, Andreas. I tried to do right by the women here, as I hope they would do right by me. It's the Christian thing to do. Even if the woman in question is Else Muellerin. Something happened to Else? She lost a child a few weeks back. She was overjoyed when she finally quickened, but her bleeding returned soon after. It's been difficult for her, but she has been through it before. She will make through it again. Mooch. She is strong in her love of Christ and love of her husband. She does dote on him, although Linhart hardly deserves it. Why is that? Miller is not a kind man, not to the peasants and not to his wife. Spreading rumors is not Christian behavior, Agnes. It's hardly a secret. No man has power in town, and he makes certain we all know it. Take a caution, Andreas. Don't get on the Miller's bad side. Huh. Noted. Best thing we can do for Else is care for our neighbors, like Christ tells us to. She isn't the only one in Tassing who struggles in her marriage. Even my Brigida has her troubles. Clara mentioned Brigida and Martin were having difficulties. We should have never agreed to their marriage. She deserves better than Martin Bauer. She loves him, Lucky, and she had to marry sometime. What could we do? Found a man who isn't such a useless shit. Damn lucky old mince. At least got Wolf out of it, and I'll make sure he grows up solid. He'll become a great stonemason. Just like his grandpa. I'm a bread. Now, why don't you tell Andreas that your work at the Abbey? You said you found something strange in the building. Strange how? Ah, that. I was repairing a cracked wall down in the crypt. Abbey used to be a Roman fort, right? So, it's no spring hen. Bumped into a relief of the Virgin, and the door slid open. It was the damnedest thing. I discovered the same thing. Fascinating architectural detail, to be sure. The old Abbey's full of secrets, make no mistake. Anyway, stuck my head up through the trap door, and one of the nuns screamed. You didn't tell me that part. I felt bad for scaring him. I doubt his sister. Is that not-minded? She's not exactly afraid of men. Oh. I'm sure they're fine. Who does? Oh. This is fucking horrible. No, no. You don't say that to these people.
don't think you're like a party animal around them. This frightened Sister Lumisha helped to death. I doubt his sister Zedna minded. She's not exactly afraid of men. I probably should have knocked first. Never know what you're really gonna happen behind a closed door. Speaking of work, I should get back to it. Still lots to fix after that storm. Well, it was lovely having you, Andreas. Take care, Agnes Lucky. Thank you for your hospitality. See you around the Abbey, I expect. Complete. Alright, great. So now that we are here, I should get some sleep or break into the library. It's time to break into the library, right? Hello, Shalon. Schlau, not Shalon. Alright. We move forward. Forward to the church. Alright. We have to break in, find a book. Find that book. Get some intel. Use that intel. Next morning. Confront this guy. Confront him. Oh shit! Matthew is the Abbey's circuitor. If he sees me, he'll kick me out. Circuitor. Monk responsible for making rounds in the Abbey to make certain everyone is where they are supposed to be, doing exactly what they're supposed to do. I have to keep out of sight until he's passed. Good thing he can't see well. Alright. To the library! If I go up these stairs, it's gonna take a while to find the records I need. I'll lose some time tomorrow morning unless I turn back now. Enter the library, duh. Search for the nun's records. Yes. What's this? The Herbis Cambri on herbs of Wales. The writer is Caldaeus Solipia. I don't believe I've heard of him. Mugwort and Butcher's Broom. I'm not familiar with the properties, but they sound extraordinary. Beautifully illustrated book, and the author appears to be speaking from his own personal experiences. Wonderful hidden treasure for the Abbey. Good, good. Okay, we don't go that way. Come. What do we have here? Bifolium, taken from larger text. The Mystria Astrata. I'm not familiar with it. Some sort of astronomical text. Seems rudimentary, explaining the connection between the astrological science and the elements and their basic relationship to alchemy. This would be useful. Each sign is governed by one of the four elements. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces are the water signs. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo are the earth signs, and so on. That is going to be useful. Let's make sure that we note that. Cuts off there. Next page is about something else entirely. Celestial Illumination must be trying to reconstruct the large text. These two pages were interesting enough, I suppose, but quite basic. Wait, that's the connection between the astrological symbols on Phrenic's cipher and the elemental symbols on the Volville. If I turn the wheel to the element that matches the sign, I can decipher the note he left. Excellent. Nice. Good. Now know that. This is most curious. Historia de Labyrinthio Liborium. Count of the Labyrinth of the Books. I wonder what secret text could be hidden in such a place. I'll have to see if I can borrow the book when I have some free time if Lunacia allows it. Let's see. Anything else? Might as well. Somebody's left a light on. Oh, just many lights on.
Okay, what's this? This looks promising. The familial diaries of the Sisters of Curacao Abbey, yes. Mother Catherine was the first to enter the records, it looks like, about 50 years ago. Sister Hildegard from the Gordrich family of Ravenburg, quite wealthy. Looks like she became a prioress after Mother Catherine. Sister Cecilia Alderhart. Oh, this is Mother Cecilia's record. Wait, she's from the Wessler family? They're one of the most powerful families in Augsburg. Looks like her family donates a lot of money to Curacao every year, more than my family season 10. Sister Gertrude from Hoff, a herbalist, yes. Her father is an apothecary, that explains it. Can I redo that? No. Matilda, Oblate, yes, is the nun's cellarer, appointed official in the monastery, responsible for maintaining food supplies and for guarding the grounds. Oh. She came from Kempton, merchant family. They donated pigments to use in the scriptorium. Quite thoughtful. I'll have to thank them if I ever get the chance. And this note says Sister Matilda left the abbey for several months. Why would she go on to a hermitage? Seems strange that she's the only entry with such a note. The date's 3 years ago. This was just before Father Matthias died. Which means it was around the same time Baron Rodvagul visited. I should ask Sister Matilda about this, maybe Mother Cecilia as well. Oh, this could be interesting. Sister Illumination, named Angeline, from the Capoi family in Perugia. It sounds like there's some connection to Curacao through an old abbot Rudolph. Her family donates money to the abbey every year as well. Sophie from Birgitz. Family is poor, but they donate flour. Lisbeth Oblate, she's from Utrecht. Looks like she had an eventful life before coming here, married with a child, both died. Her merchant family has some connection to Curacao through the Kaufmans of Rothenburg ab Tower. Sister Margaret, or the blind girl who assists Gertrude. She went blind because of failed surgery on her cataracts. Wealthy peasant family, they donated wool and pasture in a criminal. Wealthy peasant family? Oh, okay. Sister Zedna, this should be good. They donate a fortune to the abbey. No wonder Mother Cecilia and the abbot let her behave as she does. Cecilia and Matilda. So she went off with the Baron, huh? That's what we're getting out of this. Uh-oh. Oh. What? No, what? Shit. I'll break for the stairs. They can't possibly catch me. Talk to them. We can work this out. We'll come to an understanding. Alright, I just need to wait for Rudiger and Matthew to leave. Just a little patience. What am I going to do now? Wait for them to finish, then leave. It can't take that long, can it? Should speak with them openly, in good faith, as men of reason. Run for it. Go, go, go. So who were these two? I kind of agree, but also I kind of agree. It's not run for it, go, go, go. We don't run for it, go, go, go. We can either... Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, well... I feel like... Is the secret more important, or is the blackmail more important? Oh, I guess the secret and the blackmail is the same thing, right? I think, well, speak with them openly. I think it's fine. Could go badly. We're both in an awkward position. What they're up to is dangerous business in a few ways. They won't be happy about me being here. What they're up to is dangerous business in a few ways. They won't be happy about me being here. I'll have to choose my words carefully. I think I talked to him. Oh, hello. Good evening. What? What are you doing here? Andreas, what's the meaning of this? Did you follow us in here? No, I was out for an evening walk. I don't care what you two are up to. It's between you and God. Call me an alarm too. What should I say? What should I say to them? This delicate situation, be sure. They're understandably concerned. If their tryst is discovered, they could be expelled from Carousel, maybe worse. You could be open now about it. It's none of your business, and suggest you go your separate ways. Tell them the truth. You're looking for clues about the murderer, so you can save Piero's life. Threaten them? No. I'll just tell them the truth. Well, they're probably sympathetic, and we'll clear that I didn't come here to spy on them. Matthew might be suspicious, but I think I can convince him. Let me walk out of here. Tell, that's up to you and God. I know Brother Pierre didn't do it. Someone else from the Abbey, or else the town has to be responsible. You know Pierre is a good man, pious monk. I can't let him die. Oh God, I can't believe Pierre could murder... I'm sorry. It's just so shocking. I pray that God will deliver mercy to Pierre and bring the culprit to light. I'm glad you're doing what you can to help him. It's difficult for the rest of us to act given the abbot's opinion. Andreas, how does skulking in the library help you prove Brother Pierre's innocence? I'm not sure. Did you know why his sister Matilda was sent to Hermitage? I do recall a period where she was absent, yes. One day she was just gone. I don't know why. I don't normally concern myself with Mother Cecilia's business. I never spoke with her, but Wolslav told me that she was sent away to a hermitage for her health. Rudiger! Why does Wolslav know about Matilda's whereabouts? They're both cellars and have reason to go to the town on behalf of the Abbey. Just as you have more contact with Sister Illuminatia than I, Brother Wolslav has more contact with Sister Matilda. In any event, I wish you good fortune with proving Brother Pierre's innocence. I trust you'll keep all this to yourself. So long as you do the same. Of course, I will not say anything to the others. We should go. Good night, Andreas. Oh, okay. You guys just gonna... We're just gonna go out that way, okay. Mountains. Okay. Where are we going? Oh, we're going back to the thing. I see. Andreas, when are you coming home? Dad, I'll be home soon. I just need to finish up this. I'm a little nervous about this girl, Sabine. Don't worry yourself over it. I hardly know your mother before we were married. Besides, you need a wife if you're going to start your workshop as a master. That's the law. Yes, of course. You're not going to quit this like you quit university, are you? And no, of course not. Good. If it weren't for the work I did for the rector, you would never have the opportunity. Most people never get a second chance after they throw something away like that. I know, Dad. I'll see you when you get back. Sure, alright. Oh, it's you. I only have the picture of you, the one my brother Daniel made. I really don't have much idea what you're like. Do you really want to get married to a stranger? Why should that matter? Right, everyone keeps saying that. That's why I'm saying it to you now. Because I'm saying it to myself. Exactly. Huh. See you soon, Andreas, for real, I mean. I suppose that's true until then. Welcome back, Andreas. It has been too long since you've been graced this court with your presence. Apologies, your majesty. My mind has been preoccupied by a tragedy at Curso Abbey. What matter of tragedy? The murder of a nobleman, a close friend of the Prince Bishop of Freising. My friend, Brother Piero, is the abbot's only suspect, and I know that he could not have done it. How do you know? Examine your assumptions, my son. In addition to having no motive and violence not being a part of his character, he's not physically capable of the act. He is of limited strength and has a palsy in his hand that makes holding a paintbrush difficult. It is inconceivable that he could have the strength and resolve to kill the Baron with a blow to the head. A whole lot of inconceivable shit happens on this hell of an earth, Andreas. I just don't believe he could have done it. There has to be an explanation. Bare explanation. I do not deny that it is possible, but I believe it is extremely improbable. So what do you intend to do about it? Oh, I'm brought to before the Archdeacon. I'll tell him what I know about the other people who had motives to kill the Baron. I have to believe that he'll see there are much more likely suspects than Piero. Why have you taken this task upon yourself? I have to save Piero's life. He has no one else to help him. I want to find the real killer. If the Archdeacon's investigation threatens the Abbey, I want to protect it. I want to save Brother Piero's life. He has no one else to help him. Your love and devotion for him speak well of your character. A man who is humble before his elders honors also his gods. Of course you'd say that, old man. He is right, though. If Andreas doesn't help him, no one will. Exactly. I understand why the brothers and sisters cannot act against the abbot, but I must do something. Why is that shit for brains abbot to care about the death of a useless fart like Lawrence Rodfigel anyway? Being too hard on Abbott. Baron had many good qualities. Can't disagree with your assessment of them. Powerful people get upset when other powerful people are murdered. This could threaten the existence of the Abbey. Yep. Oh no, the Abbey! Who give a damn about these hypocritical assholes? In any case, Andreas' ability to prevent Piero's death depends on the judgment of the Archdeacon. Wise or foolish, corrupt or just, the Archdeacon will be the first and probably final arbiter of Piero's guilt. Andreas must win the Archdeacon to his side using tools favored by men such as him. Honesty? You must be honest in all things, Andreas, but many are not willing to accept the truth, and the cost of honesty can be high. A reason? When's the last time you met a man who truly ruled by reason? Wisdom? Your wisdom can be shared, but the audience may not comprehend it. Authority? Despite your talent, you're merely an artist. He has been invested with the power of Prince Bishop of Freising. You have no authority with it. If reason, wisdom, authority, and honesty cannot triumph, what am I left with? Hope. Lies. Truth. Above all, faith in Providence. Well, what do you plan to tell the Archdeacon, Andreas? There are other people in the Curacao and Tassing who had motives to kill the Baron. The widow, Kemperin, despised Lawrence for maiming her late husband. Maimed how? The Baron beat him savagely following an argument about trespassing on the Kemper's farm. His injuries were so severe that they never truly healed, and he needed a cane to walk. He died less than a year ago, till he had certain because of the wounds he received that day. Oh, why, the two quarrel? My understanding is that it was simply an argument about the trespass that got out of hand. And now I suppose she will lose her home. My apologies, his home. For what reason? Should an aged widow not live out her remaining days in peace? She should, but she won't. She won't squeeze out any of the Kempers for old ranning, so away the house goes. Yes, because women must fight their own property to exist the suffrages of men. It's true and terrible. It's easy to understand Ottilia's anger. Well, we must all abide by the same law. Seeing extreme view. I don't really agree with any of these, but okay, yeah, it's easy. Good, perhaps. If more men understood our just anger, laws would change. Good man does not sit idly by injustice, flourishes around it. When the hell is a half-trained artist with a half-university degree going against the might of the Holy Roman Empire? Yeah, I know what that is. Idiots. You have established a motive for the widow, Andreas, but there is another matter that requires inquiry. While women and men are equal in most natures, women are weaker in strength. How could a woman of Ottilia's age overpower a healthy man like the Baron? I wanted that myself. Have you found anything that she could have used to kill the Baron? Yes, her husband's cane. Head is missing. It seems to be broken off. Poetic, if killing the Baron was the cause. Are there any others you suspect? Lucky Stauner hated the Baron with the death of his daughter, Beat. Did the Baron kill her? No, he seduced her and made her certain promises about their future together. She was with child when the Baron left. Lucky and Agnes said they would find her someone to marry. Beat tried to end the pregnancy using her mother's medicine, but the result was fatal. Seems an awful like a fuss over a little affair, nothing worth dying over, heh. That doesn't seem to have been the intention. What led to this conclusion, Andreas? I saw him pray at a secluded grave near the old salt mine. In the woods. Carved in the grindstone were the two words, "To Innocence." Surely Lucky and Agnes could have found a man to marry her. It's hardly the first woman to have been with child. The town would have accepted her. Even if that's true, it must have been distressing to have been banned by her seducer. Certainly, some in the town would have judged her for it. Oh, who cares? What does it matter? If you're a man, nobleman, yes, it may not matter at all. It's quite different for the woman involved. Well, with her hold it against his own daughter, it's certainly more complicated for his men. Perhaps Lucky felt that unfair if she didn't, well, whatever the rest of the town thought, clearly Lucky didn't hold it against his own daughter. He's married to the village midwife. He will have known better than most hardships faced by unwed mothers. His first daughter also married young and unexpectedly, did she not? Yes, Brigid married Martin quite young, though he's run off as well. Yet another woman is left to raise the child alone. Andreas, do you believe Lucky will have killed the Baron to avenge his daughter? The desire for revenge is easy to understand, even if it cannot be condoned. Then that's the motive, then. But by what means could Lucky have killed the Baron? I'm not sure, but he's clearly physically capable of the act. The motive is compelling, but that alone is unlikely to convince the Archdeacon without the instrument of the Baron's death. Are there any others you expect? Prior Frennick feared the Baron would report his occult interest to inquisitors. How so? Prior Frennick and the Baron shared a fascination with occult texts. The Baron was pressuring the Prior into performing a ritual for him while he was visiting Curacao. When Frennick refused, the Baron threatened to turn him into the Inquisition. How'd you come by of this knowledge? I found written evidence, a letter from Frennick to the Baron in which he discusses all these matters. It's a dangerous thing, a monk dabbling in the occult, his very soul could be in danger. Forget the soul, he could have been defrocked and excommunicated, even killed, all for a little curiosity. Better to stay stupid and ignorant, that's why I say, hey. You're well. All this worry over dangerous books started at the University of Paris. It wouldn't even be an issue out here. Is curiosity such an awful thing? Lust for knowledge can be as dangerous as any other desire. True, perhaps Prior Frennick believed his faith would defend him against those temptations such knowledge. Even so, seeking out, acquiring, reading those books could open him suspicion from the Inquisition. Prior Frennick feared the loss of his status, his life, and even God's grace. Men of guild for this! How might the Prior have accomplished the deed? I'm not certain. I haven't found anything that I think he could have used as a weapon. I will challenge to convince... It will be a challenge to convince the Archdeacon that Prior committed the murder of this foul. If you mean to suggest that Frennick is a suspect, you must find a weapon to convince the Archdeacon. Are there any others you suspect? I have found no other suspects. You have brought a worthy mystery before this court, Andreas. I pray to God that we have granted you the insight you need to face before the coming challenge. Thank you, Your Majesty, and prepare to meet the day. Before you go, Andreas, there is one thing to consider. You will be summoned to the Archdeacon and tell him what you know. But you need not tell him everything. I think I understand. There's a place for a noble lie, is not one of them. Why? The Baron is dead. All the people with the motive to kill him suffered, either directly or indirectly, from his wickedness. Simply mentioning a name to the Archdeacon may endanger them, whether they had anything to do with the murder or not. Right. No point in throwing everyone waist deep into shit. I protest that any attempt at deception, but you must ultimately follow your own conscience, Andreas. Little time remains before you must stand before the Archdeacon and use it wisely. I have faith in Providence. Until we meet again, Andreas, God be with you, and also with you, Your Majesty. Okay. Should find someone to eat with. Andreas! There's a brother from the Abbey here to see you. Has there been another murder? Which brother? He did not tell me his name. The big man who does all the shopping for the monks in town. Seems quite rattled. Thoughtfully, please speak to the brother. He's just outside. Of course. Hey, big man! Andres! Christ! There you are! Brother Waslav, what's the matter? Are you alright? You look terrible. It's the Archdeacon. He's come early, with an entire retinue in tow. He's questioning everyone who knew the Baron and Brother Piero. I've already told him the little I know. He expects to speak with you today at Nuns. He's requested you specifically. I went to the Goodness at Vespers to try and warn you, and you never showed up. Where were you all night? Honestly, in the library. I was following a clue and time got away from me. What? Why? Oh no, never mind. Don't tell let the abbot find out, and don't tell the archdeacon. Anyway, he's questioning everyone in the chapter house, and he's keenly interested in you. Who is with him? Several men-at-arms, a gaggle of functionaries, and an executioner. So if your prying has borne fruit, or Piero's neck will meet the sword. I've done the best with the time I've had. If only had a couple more days. Whatever happens, Piero knows you've been working hard on his behalf, and he's grateful for it. Only Andreas. What is it? It's just, you know as well as I do, the Baron was not a good man. I'm not saying he deserved what he got, just you think hard about it when what you tell the Archdeacon, and who you tell him about, you understand? No need to worry, I found nothing that implicates you. You didn't do it, do you? It's not me I'm worried about! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to shout, you didn't deserve that. What I'm saying is, if in your searching you heard anything about a certain sister, I'd like you to keep it yourself. I'll do what I can to protect the sisters from censure. That's all I asked of you. Very well, Andreas, I'll pray for Piero's deliverance tonight, you should as well. Okay, great. Do I have any time to do anything prior? Can I ask Lucky? Now. Oh, you're the artist from Nuremberg. Andreas Mailer, journeyman at your service. Oh, that was it, Mailer. Someone mentioned you had dabbled in university for a year or two. Funny. You're staying with the Goodness, yes. The Abbey does have a guest house, you know. Goodness are good and gracious people. For farmers. Tassing is full of miserable people like them. What are you doing here, then? Everyone's been kind to me. You haven't done anything to cross them yet. If you do, well, you'll see what I mean. They expect me to perform miracles, but I'm not a saint. The rest of the townsfolk, well, there can't be more than a handful of them who know how to spell their own names. Father Gernot is too soft with them, but I suppose he has to keep them placated or risk riots on this land. Fortunately, I do not intend to sail in passing along. Where are you planning to go instead? Innsbruck might be well worth my time. I recommend you don't linger here either, Malin. Or you'll find yourself trapped in a marriage to a mouse-faced girl with dirt under her nails. Who said anything about marriage? Well, I can't begrudge you on your fun, but don't come pestering me if you will catch the French disease. In any case, I must ask you to go. I have plenty of work to do. Good day. Until later, Dr. Stoles. Until then. Stoll's house. Testing is lucky you have growing. I had to buy it back in Nuremberg. Okay. More ruins. What if they came from Old Roman colony? Need to find open bakery. This guy just stands and stares outside. Hi, Ulrich. Hi! Hi, Anna. Can I have my hat back? Oh wait, do I still have to find someone to eat with? Is it like an expectation? Hi, Ulrich. God bless you, Andreas. You have dinner plans. Kurt would like to have you at our table. Maybe another time, Ulrich. I see you appreciate the author. Until then. Okay, cool. So nothing else is going to be talked about. It's Dunner House. Can I talk to Lucky? Where's Lucky? Hey. Hey, where's Lucky? Where's Lucky exist? Lucky, Lucky, Lucky. Lucky. Known for his great strength. Where's he exist? Baron and the Nun. Near the top of the library. Found, should ask her about that. It's on that. I think she works in the government garden during the day. Cold hands. It is curse. Okay, cool. Jokers. Guess I can't find Lucky. But yeah, I don't doubt about Lucky. I don't want to push for Lucky. I want to push for the old lady. Seems that everybody's gotten... thing. He's probably going to be angry. Okay. To go around Cloister, Infirmary, and Chapter House. Okay. I want to go past this. Right. To the cemetery. Past the cemetery, up the Old Bailey. Past the Old Bailey. Hey, Frenick. Andreas, may I help you with anything? Oh, no, thank you. I want to... Can I just enter his house behind him? No. Now I know the connection between the astrological symbols on the cipher and the elemental symbols on the Volville. Frenick's note should be easy to decipher. So... How do I do this? So let's see. So fire, earth, air thing. Really? GHSI. Oh, okay. So, W. So we're looking at W. Or we're looking at... I see, I see. So W, air. So let's see. We want everything under air first. So that's air. So W, air. W, air. And then what else? This is that. This is that. Those are clean. So then, what's the other one? The next one is earth. So we earth here. And we earth here. And we earth... Is there any... Yes. Do here. And then otherwise we have fire. So we have fire. This is fire. This is also fire. Higgers. And we didn't do water. So water. This is water. Higer. Harm. Gerhard, as in the late brother Gerhard. Yes, yes, this can be a coincidence. Higer Hard. Brother Gerhard died sometime last year. How does this connect to him? An anagram using Gerhard's name, huh? They use his name as abbreviation. Why his name? It's an anagram using his Harried, Harger. Where's the G go? God, I'm sure Adoc would know. Maybe it's not an anagram, huh? I think. They use his name for abbreviation. There's a lot of letters for abbreviation. Cipher and cipher, perhaps. I don't know. I think. Why his name? Why Heigerhard? Dutch? No, not Flemish nor French. Let me think. Wait, maybe it's an abbreviation and a name. Gerhard is the name. What is High? Gnona? No. Here, look at no. My God, it's so much simpler. High ached. Here lies Eargod. Here lies Gerhard. It's his grave. I wonder if it has something to do with the Baron's murder. I should ask the abbot for permission to exhume a grave as soon as possible. I feel like we won't get that. So let's not ask permission. And let's just exhume the grave, you know? Brother Gerhard's grave was disturbed recently. Nicholas has buried something here. Need to dig up this grave if I want to know what he's up to. I bet Otto would help me if I asked. Perhaps Brother Volkbert would lend me a hand. Brother Volkbert would lend me a hand. But Otto would help if he asked. Gernot won't give me permission for that. Gernot's an asshole. Volkbert would probably go to Gernot. So I go Otto. So I go to Otto at this point. Still have to eat with someone. Alright, let's see if Otto will help. We can just skip lunch. Fuck it. We'll skip lunch. You know, we're gonna instead just go to Otto, get some help. Only I had a few more days. I don't know if that means something. I know this is going to be a time loop something. Andreas, can I eat dinner with me and Otto? Can't know Otto, I think. As you like. I need Otto. So, Otto, if you have dinner plans, you want to join me in. I appreciate that. Let's get going then. Now bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts, which we are about to receive from your bounty. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. 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 How are you feeling today, Dad? Hand's been killing me, back's been killing me, goddamn knee's been killing me. You want some advice, boys? Don't get old. I wasn't planning on it. Soft living keeps you young, that's true. Not like my boy here, aged beyond his years. You work too hard, son. What choice do you have, eh? None with the abbot breathing down my neck. I'll tell you why he wants to replace this roof on his house next. It's awfully drafty in here, I can't blame him. Didn't you just replace the one in the scriptorium? Is that where you're felling wood in the forest? His forest, don't forget. He certainly won't let me or the rest of the townsfolk. Why that bastard Gunnar wears me around, you think I'm his little monks. He works you like a dog and says it for the glory of the Lord. It's not right. Work does need to be done, but I was the only carpenter in town. It's not. I agree. Easy enough for you, say, when it's my work that keeps you warm when you're scribbling in that scriptorium. Apologies, I was not a Christian of me to put on you. Neither am I wrong. Habit's bad. Miller's got worse. And shithead Linhart's been screwing us for years with his toll. Never spoken to him. Is he really that bad? He's worse than even than you know. Nor will ever have to know, being a visitor, for which you should thank the Lord. Imagine your only income for the year was the wheat that you could grow in the summer, and the miller's determines how much it costs you to grind the flour. Well, if you have a poor season, well, if the miller raises his toll,
Well, if everyone has a great season, there's too much goddamn flour to make any money with it. The farmers are at mercy of the weather, the church, the miller. Two of those are beyond their power to influence. The miller is their neighbor. He sees them in struggle. He should help them, but not Linhart Mueller. He only makes more. Takes more. And consider it like that. Lord willing, Linhart will meet justice in this life or the next. I expect I know which Otto prefers. Ah, you accusing me of unchristian behavior, Master Mailer. On to more pleasant pastures. Hey, you seeking any of these nuns when you were working on them? Dad. I remember that Cecilia woman being pleasant to look at back when I worked up there. Do you pay much attention to the nun, old Otto? Oh, I pay attention to everything now that I can't work. Lots to see in the world like nuns. I've seen a few nuns myself from time to time. Other pretty sisters up there as well. Sometimes they catch the wrong man's eye. Shame what happened to that one while back. Glad she came back though. Do you mean Sister Matilda? I heard she had to leave. Great, so you don't know all the details, Abbey business and all, but the rumors were grim. Still a pretty woman said she came back, but then her kind eyes turned so kind of sad. You've already heard the town's secrets since you've been in the spinning bee. Right, listening to those women gossip is enough to send any man running. Hey son, I need to lay down. Why don't you say goodbye to your friend here? Sorry, Andreas, old man needs his rest. Rest well, old Otto. Nah, I don't know what you mean. Ain't him when in this house. Okay, nuns. I need to go to the chapter house to meet with the Archdeacon. Archdeacon. I need to pull up the grave, though. Can I... Hey, Andreas. Oh, fuck, I can't get Otto. Alright, well, I guess I go with the Archdeacon. The only other option is, like... Lucky. Andreas. Good day, Lucky. You have a moment to talk. Make it quick. So, I spoke to Agnes about Beat. What about what happened to her? And you probably already knew too, and probably more. I couldn't tell you anything different. Won't talk to you about her, Andreas. Don't ask me again. What happens if I ask you again? Until then, alright, fuck, do I push it? Andreas, make it quick. No to happen. What does it matter to you? Also, being good circumstances, second ahead, it's none of your business. I'll talk to you, don't ask me again, perhaps another time. Till then. Okay. So, it's a question of... Agnes, do you know any murder weapons that your husband would have used to kill, the guy? Drucker House, Klaus. Hey, Klaus. Hello, Andreas. Okay. So we've got these suspicious notes going about. That's all I've got. I'm pretty sure that, like, there's just something deeper that's happening late at night. I mean, chapter house either way. Cloister. Everybody's around. Hey, Doc. God bless you, Andreas. God bless Andreas. Chapter house. Andreas. Father Gernot. Master Melee, if you think I am unaware of your actions around this abbey in the past few days, you are mistaken. Oh? I know that you visited the widow Kemperman and convinced her to question the legal status of her lease. Do you often spy on old women? News travels quickly in a small town, Master Mailer.
I suppose it's something you wouldn't have learned after your old time in Nuremberg and Antwerp. But yes, I know, no legal status of her late husband's, and no, the legal status of her late husband's lease is not in question. Then why are you upset about it? Because your presence is annoying and corrupting like a fly in ointment. So, like you in this abbey. I think you're upset because you know I'm right and you know what you're doing isn't legal. You don't decide that, and if you interfere again, you will pay for it. Now then, for all your meddling, you will not welcome in Cursal if your commission is completed. What are you going to have to do? Have Matthew throw me out? I apologize. I was only trying to help Brother Piero. It's too late for apologies. It is interfering in the daily life of this abbey will end. It was never my intent to interfere. I'll leave you with the Archdeacon now. Do not perjure yourself. God save you, Andreas Mailer. I'm guessing it was him. Oh, okay. I think it was this guy. Please state your name for all records. Andreas Mailer, a journeyman artist from Nuremberg. Andreas, son of Josef Mailer, master artist from Nuremberg. Andreas Mailer, artist recently of Ghent. Really? What brought you all the way up to Upper Bavaria? I'm heading back to Nuremberg to finish my apprenticeship and open a workshop. It's the end of my wandering years, during which your journeyman artist or craftsman travels far and wide to improve their skills. Very well, thank you. Arnold, please write that down. I think we're ready to begin. Of course, your reverence. Now then, Master Mailer, what was your relation to Lorenz, the Baron Rotvogel? I only knew him for a day, but we were at friendly terms. Do you feel that you had a sense of him as a person? Yes, your reverence. How would you characterize him? Fine man, lover of art and knowledge, confident, overbearing, used to getting what he wants, nobleman, for all the good and ill that goes with the title. I think he was a fine man, but also an asshole. Nobleman for all the good and ill that goes along with that title. You have a problem with the nobility, Master Mailer? Of course not, your reverence, but even noblemen may be tempted to abuse their power. Yeah, I understand your meaning, yes. Do you know of anyone who had reason to harm the Baron? Shit. Can I think of a few people who had reason to harm the Baron? There's the old woman, but she did not do it. Alright. There is the occult brother. Good, that might help us solve the problem that faces us. Baron Rotvogel was murdered here in this very room. Someone did it. Father Goodnot believes it was one of his monks, Brother Piero. I've met with Brother Piero and questioned him at length. While it seems unlikely that a man of his age and temperament could murder the Baron, he was discovered in flagrante delictio. Technically, he discovered the corpus delicti, but was not caught in flagrante delicio. Body of the crime, sometimes literal, often figurative. The principle that must be proven to establish a crime that has occurred. In blazing offense, indicting the has done an act. Yes. Technically he was, yeah. Master Mailer, I'm not interested in your clarifications, technical or otherwise, in matters of Latin or law. If you wish to advocate on behalf of Brother Piero, I suggest shutting your mouth until I ask you a question. Piero had reasons to resent the Baron, the loss of his work, the insistence on discussing the writings of the troublemaker from Wittenberg. The insistence on writings the troublemaker from Wittenberg,
And for his age infirmity, I have myself read of many cases in which a man of modest strength succumbs to temptations of the devil. Once seized by a devilish fever, the poor sinner gains infernal power that allows him to inflict grievous wounds, sometimes fatal. What I'm saying is, in spite of curious circumstances, Brother Piero is the most plausible perpetrator of this most vile act. I understand that you're on friendly terms with Brother Piero. You also interacted with the Baron, both in the town and the Abbey. Do you witness anything that suggests someone could have murdered Baron Rotvogel? Lucky Stunner argued with the Baron. Widow and Tassing hated the Baron. Abbey's prior, Frennick, was behaving suspiciously and a local thief, Martin Bauer. I don't believe that Martin did it. I don't believe Frennick did it. But also, I think this is going to have to be a redo. Like, we would have to, like, this game is all going to be about, like, redoing it. So, fuck Frennick. This is an extraordinary claim, Andreas. Abbott speaks highly of the prior and oversees with your own Brother Pierre's work, does he not? Yes, but Prior Frennick's role in the scriptorium has a little bearing on his motive. An extraordinary claim requires extraordinary evidence for me to take it seriously. Why should I take the word of an artist over a respected officer of this abbey? I can provide evidence of the prior's motive. Please do. On the day that Baron arrived, I secretly observed Prior Frennick in the scriptorium. Baron Rotvogel and were exchanging letters about performing a magical ritual during the Baron's visit. You have proof of this. I have a letter the prior wrote to the Baron. I have an imprint of a letter that the prior wrote to the Baron. I have a letter that the prior wrote to the Baron. In it, the prior mentions that he will not perform a ritual for the Baron, even if the Baron does follow through a threat that implicate him in the Inquisitors in Eisenberg. Implication of necromancy is a serious matter. Prior's position would have been in peril, possibly his life. And how do you believe Prior Frennick would have killed the Baron? I pray you will not say it was a magical ritual. I am not certain, your reverence. Troublesome wrinkle. Is there anything else you can say about the prior? One day I observed him in the scriptorium. Was this intentionally covert observation? I was working alone, dropped something on the floor. Prior did not know I was there. Very well, continue. He wrote a note, a cipher, in a book. It was associated with a volvel that he used to encode something in it. Yes, what is he encoded? I'm not certain, but it's very suspicious. Master Mailer, could you please confine your remarks to information that leads somewhere useful? Now, do you have any other evidence against the Baron? No, your reverence. Very well. Who else may have wanted to see the Baron dead? Lucky Steiner, a widow in Tassing, a local thief. I'd like to bring up a concern. No. Why would we concern that? I think of no one else that would call to the Baron. Martin Bauer. I don't have much on him. But, like, getting Martin killed. Martin's kind of an asshole. I would implicate Martin as well. Local thief, Martin Bauer. Yes, his name has come in my inquiries. My understanding is that he is absconded with some of the Baron's valuables. Arnold. Yes, your reverence, a silver ring, a gold ring, 12 golden, 10 groschen, and a book intended for a gift to the Abbey. Thank you. It is my understanding that the boy was known as a thief, but also as a coward, and that this theft was from the Abbey's guest house after the Baron had already left it. Very well, your reverence. I'm not treating him as a serious suspect for the Baron's murder at this time. I also have one see the Baron dead. I can think of no one else. Very well. Are you aware of anything else that might shed some light on this case? Has Brother Florian told you about the note that he found in the Baron's clothing? Yes, Brother Florian explained how he came to find it and told me its contents. Master Adeljega has entered his testimony on our register. I don't understand the implications. Who is the innocent? Another mystery, it seems. Do you believe the murderer wrote it? Whoever wrote it was a talented scribe. I understand Kersau has two, the elder Adok and the younger brother guy. To be frank, your reverence, neither man has the skill to write in this way.
There's something about it too. The style is just different. It's unlike Eduk and the guy's writing. Unlike mine. Yes, well, whatever the particulars, it seems it will remain a mystery and stands apart from the commission of a murderer. Unfortunately, there is more to tell. I found more notes. Notes written in the same hand on the same type of parchment to those who had murdered to kill a baron. That's deeply troubling, but again beyond the bounds of my investigation. In any case, I thank you for bringing it to my attention. Of course, your reverence. Until next time. Until then. Final day of law and judgment. Andreas, I didn't think you were coming to this. I didn't think I was either. I suppose I wanted to see how this ends after all. Well, this is the prior of the Abbey, if you can believe it. Did you ever talk with him in the Abbey, Andreas? You missed the trial, Andreas. Archdeacon read all the charges and found him guilty. I worked with him almost every day, Clara. I didn't know he had murder in him. I didn't know he had murder in him. Oh, they want you to think they're so pious, but all they're here is slowly drain the life out of this town. Calm down, Peter. And here comes the procession. Is Otto part of the procession? Did I miss anything? No, you're fine. Andreas. Otto. Agnes D. Qui Tolio Sparket. Well, I didn't do this, God knows, even if you did not. Agnes D. Thank you, Matthew. This cannot be happening. This can't be happening. Bonk. Uh-oh. Running like a chicken, crying like a woman. Pathetic. Silence. Silence. I ordered the executioner to carry out his duty. I warrant him peace and safe conduct, wherever may befall him. Watch. Oh my god, my god! Hold still! No, no, no! Thank you for bringing the children. My Lord Judge, have I executed well? You have executed as judgment and law have required. For that I thank God and my master, who has taught me such art. I don't think that was executed well, TBH. You can't miss 2 times. Like, I know this was your doing, Andreas. If you want to blame someone, blame yourself. You turned a blind eye to his activities for years. You know, it was only a matter of time before Frennick was caught for his interests. You know, it was only a matter of time before, yeah. Yes, but that was for me to deal with. There's no future for the Scriptorian now without him. Is that really what you're concerned about? He killed a man. You're no longer welcome at Kessel, Andreas Miller. I will send your final payment to the Gertners. May you have a long and successful career in Nuremberg, and may you never travel this way again. Okay. Andreas, has the time come for you to leave us? Why am I back at Crisel? I'm afraid so, Brother Piero. This farewell will have to be brief. Father Goodnot made it clear I was no longer welcome at Crisel. I pray that time will soften Father Abbott's heart. I hope he eventually realizes you are only trying to help me. It is a sad parting, but inevitable. I had hoped you would stay a bit longer, but the world needs you more than Crisel does. You have grown beyond this old abbey and become a master in your own right. We will miss you, my son. I will miss you, my son. Who will keep you out of trouble when I'm gone? I pray that this is the last trouble I will see in my old age, and I have God and you to thank for getting me out of it. Come, your masterpiece is complete. May I see it one last time before you go? Please, I value your assistance. The opinion of one old monk matters little. All the same, I am excited to see it finished at last. It is a masterpiece, truly worthy of the word. And it appears you took my advice to heart. What advice was that? To put yourself into the work, not just to interpret another artist's work, but to transform it into something true. This shows the world as it is. You have seen it, even if it is not what you want to see. Though it is not my place to say so, I am proud of you, Andreas. Oh. What is this? Scrap of parchment. Do not return here. A warning. Whose hand is that? It doesn't look like Brother Adok's or Brother Guy's. Brother Florian and I found a similar note in Baron's clothing. And found more notes delivered to more others while I was investigating. It must have been written by someone who knew the darkness secrets of the town and this abbey. They tagged out those secrets to kill the Baron, like someone pulling threads that had been buried in the past. Frightening thought, but who would do such a thing? God knows. He does, and I hope his love can still the weakness in the heart of whoever wrote this. Do not trouble yourself overly about it. Your future lies outside of these walls. I hope that you will have time to visit me once or twice your travels before the Lord takes me. I'll come as often as I can, assuming Father Goodnot does not prohibit it. We must have faith that better days lie ahead of all of us. God bless you, Andreas Mele. Thank you for your friendship until next time. Thank you for your guidance until later. God bless you, Brother Piero. See you, buddy. Oh, it's me. With my son. Are you alright, Master Andreas? Never mind, not my son. An apprentice. What? Are you alright, Master Andreas? Yes, thank you. I was just remembering him. Trying to, anyway. It doesn't come easily anymore. Oh, would you like me to leave you alone? No, Caspar. It's not necessary. There's nothing to be done about it now. It's too late. Like so many things. Andreas Mele, I never expected to see your face here again. Have you been in Nuremberg for these last 7 years? No, Nuremberg for a few years, but I received some lucrative commissions abroad. Andreas knows some Polish, bits of Czech and Hungarian, can reference cultural touchstone from Krakow, Prague, and Buda. England. Andreas knows some English and can reference cultural touchstones from London and other parts of Britain. France. Andreas knows French and can reference cultural touchstones from Paris, Tours, and Dijon. Aragon. Andreas knows some Spanish and bits of Arabic and can reference cultural touchstones from Barcelona and Valencia. I think England is probably good. And can reference cultural touchstones from Krakow, Prague, and Barcelona and Valencia. Poland might be good, because I already know French, I think, right? Spanish. I don't think I run into much Spanish. Poland. Andreas knows French and can reference Paris, Tours, and Dijon. Okay. English. I was in London mostly. I was well received there and painted portraits of the nobility and prominent merchants. Did you encounter any Jews among your clients? No, there was rumor of a home for Jewish converts to Christianity in the city. Why? I heard of a handful of physicians naturalized as citizens after expulsion. I wonder if they might have found a home in England after the recent injections from Portugal and Navarre? I'm surprised you care at all. In spite of your extensive travels and success, you're still not welcome at Cassel.
Abbott hasn't forgotten about what's happened. 7 years isn't all that long. I was just passing through on my way back to Nuremberg. I thought I'd stop in. I simply wanted to pay my respects to an old friend. Surely you remember that. You did understand that. I understand why Father Abbott expelled you from the Abbey. What were you expecting? Heroes welcome? Fine. Tell Father Gernot I will be staying in the land house in town for a night or two before moving on. Land house in our tavern, usually owned and operated by a single family, serves travel in rural areas. The Golden Hand, I'll tell him, but I can't imagine he'll care. Why is he so rude? God bless you. Now be off. Revolution. Oh. Interesting. I thought it was going to go back, but... The monk seemed unhappy to see you on, Master Andreas. Why is the abbot so angry with you? Toward the end of my stay in Tassing, there was a murder at Curacao Abbey, a nobleman. Father Gernot panicked and accused my friend, Brother Piero, of committing the crime. I helped convince the investigating archduke and another monk was responsible, paraphrenic. You know, it was a long time ago. I really don't want to talk about it. No, I'll tell. He was executed for the crime. You got someone killed? Yes. I had no idea you were involved in something so exciting. Why didn't you mention it before? Well, I suppose it must have been a hard situation if the abbot is still mad at you. I had to make some difficult choices. Maybe they were the wrong ones. I've had to live with that. Why did we come here if you're not welcome? I want to pay my respects to Brother Piero. And to be honest, I'm not looking forward to returning to Nuremberg. This commission, it's an obscene vanity piece under the pretext of a religious scene. My patrons just want to celebrate themselves and their wealth. I dread each new commission more than the last. Every step I take toward home is agonizing. But Master, you're famous and rich. Your work is wonderful. When I say your altarpiece in Nuremberg, I beg my father to help me become your apprentice. I don't understand how you could accomplish all that you have and be unhappy. I know, it must be hard to believe. I was once very much like you. All I have accomplished is my work, yes. Now that I'm left hollow with nothing else left, I thought I wanted to be like my father, like my brothers. I thought this was my dream. Once I wanted this life so much that it consumed my every waking thought. I don't know if I've changed or if I wanted was never really real. Maybe I've been a fool this whole time. I want life as an artist to be better for you, Casper. Learn from my mistakes, alright? Alright, yes, Master Andreas. I shouldn't be burdening you with such dark thoughts, Casper. Come, let's visit my old friend Klaus. It's been too long. As you like, Master Andreas. Not tired yet. Room is too sparse compared to what I'm used to. Hannah? Hello, Andreas. Are you enjoying your stay? It's been wonderful, Hannah. Thank you. Oh, good. You're in the best room we have. I'm glad it's to your liking. Was there anything else? None. Thank you. Until later. Until then. Where's Hannah? Don't know Hannah. We didn't have Hannah before. Gillian. Good day, Master Mela. Nico. Ah, Master Mela, is it? Hello and welcome to the Golden Hand. I'm Nico Berger. I own this house and run it with my wife Hannah and our son Killian. I believe my boy helped you to your room. Is it to your liking? It's lovely, thank you. I'm glad to hear it, glad to hear it. When you arrived in town, the locals said you lived here a few years back. I worked for the Abbey as an artist. I see. I heard that you were involved in solving a murder. Yes, out of necessity. Wrong man was being accused of the crime. Friend of mine. I heard it was the prior at the Abbey and that the Baron was sacrificed in some diabolical spell the brother was casting. No, he wasn't casting a spell. The Baron wasn't sacrificed. Where'd you hear that? Oh, bits and pieces people have said here and there.
It sounds like the story has changed in the last 7 years. Meant no offense, Master Mailer. I just find it to be an interesting story. It's not a story, it's something that happened. 2 people died. Yeah. Of course. Again, I meant no offense. Oh, I'll leave you to your day. Until later. Until then. Okay. Hello, Andreas. Who the fuck are you? Why are you sharpening a sword? What the fuck is this? Also, am I going to be sacrificed? Just do it. You know it's the right thing, and I don't understand why this is so hard for you. Otto, I'm scared. It's dangerous to cross the abbot. Would you prefer the alternative? You don't need to do that, Otto. I understand. I'm just saying. Andreas Mailer, it's good to see you again, old friend. Otto, you're looking well. It's my apprentice, Kaspar Ziegler, from Salzburg. Small city located in the River Sulch, and it's founded on Rowan ruins. Rumors of violence and rebellion in the city are becoming more common. Casper's hometown. Good day. Ah, that answers that. I thought he might be your son. They don't grow them that fast, even in Nuremberg. They grow fast enough around here. Even I just had our first little Otto, although we call him Otts. Otts. Small child. Congratulations to you both. That's wonderful news. Thank you. It's been a trial with Dad gone, but Claire and Ursula help out where they can. I'm sorry to hear about your father. That's life. At least he's with the Lord now, free of his aches and pains. I know Eva wrote to you about my father's death, Andreas. Why didn't you write back? I'm sorry. Things got busy after I left Tassing. Ah, sorry to interrupt, but I should be heading back. Otto, aren't you going to introduce me to your friend? This is Martin, of course, Martin Bauer, can't you tell? Oh, it's fine, Otto, it's been 7 years, and I was so much smaller then. Also no beard, huh? Oh yes, hello, Martin. Hello, sorry to run, I have to get these sheep back to the farm. As much as I love wilding away in the hours of the meadow, I have a lot to attend to. Otto, I'll see you at the meeting later, Andreas, until later. Good to see you, Martin. Pain in my ass. Something happening in town. You picked an interesting time to visit. Come by your town commons a while. I think you'll be interested to hear what I have to say. Didn't realize you were in the business of giving speeches. I'll definitely attend. Sounds good. Until later then. Oh, he's going to be like holding a revolution, isn't he? Many petals and plentiful, goes easily considered a weed. This has moved. Hi, Schlau. Sniff. Scritch. Okay. Well, I don't know. Regular St. Francis is the thing that I just got. Go up to the mill. I don't want to go to the mill. Let's see. With Father Goodnot's new restrictions, townsfolk can't even get sticks without a fee. Oh, Father Goodnot sounds like an asshole. Charcoal burner. That is gone. Huh. Andreas, I had heard you were back in Tassing. God bless you. God bless you, Father Thomas. It's good to see you again. Hopefully this visit will be less eventful than your last. Tassing has enough going on as it is. We have bonfires, St. John's Eve tomorrow night. People get up to all sorts of mischief. St. John's Eve, feast and celebration, St. John the Baptist. Beginning sunset, June 23rd. This coincides with Midsummer's Day and Summer Solstice. And then it's my job to hear the confessions in the days that follow. Not to mention the grumbling the peasants are making. That's just talk, brother. No need to scare our guests with such things. Not sure if it's trouble. Mr. Mailer will be the first to stick his nose in it. Why are you always such an asshole? Say nothing.
It's easy enough for you to come and go. You don't have to live with the consequences. After Fenwick was executed, Father Abbot made Matthew the new prior. Fenwick may have been annoying, but Matthew is even worse. Thanks for that. It would have been better for everyone to simply allow Brother Piero to die. Jesus fucking Christ, guy. After all, you only have a few years left anyway. You're a buffoon and coward who hides behind his habit. Stare menacingly. Yeah, no, you're a buffoon and coward who hides behind his habit. Friends, there's no need for such ire. Forgive me, Father Thomas, I let my passengers get the better of me. Besides, that's not even why I came down here. I actually came to speak to you on the Abbot's behalf, Andreas. Father Goodnot would like to invite you to come to the library tomorrow morning if you're interested in purchasing some of our books. The Abbot had me to run off, and now he wants me back. I don't know the mind of the Father Abbot, I just know what he asks. The library is not quite ready yet, as he does not see much use. If you could come by tomorrow morning, Mother Illuminatia can show you what's available. Mother Illuminatia? Yes, since Mother Cecilia passed a few years ago. Well, I suppose Illuminatia knows the library better than anyone else. I'll come by to take a look. Very well, I'll let him know. Hey, Andreas, I apologize for my harsh words before. It was rash. Brother Pierre was a pious man, skilled artist. We miss him. I appreciate you saying that. I miss him too. Excellent. I'm glad you two are working things out. ... Oh, Father Thomas, do you have a moment to speak inside the church? Yes, I think so. Why? Private matter. Of course, of course. Until tomorrow, God bless you, Andres. Well, this is getting spicy, huh? Okay. I'm gonna do a little bit more, and then call it. Probably like at the, I don't know, nighttime or whatever. Where they tell me to go. Paying respects, Ren Otto Brother Guy, invited invitation, and Otto Zimmerman, Martin Bauer having discussion Meadow, Arn returned from his ventures as Chain Man. Now that Otto told me to come in comments later, I'll head there to talk to Klaus. Okay, cool. Hello, Anton. So, let me come in commons. Open Bakery. Oh, oops. I didn't know that would take me there. Thought that was like at the sticks, and I was wondering why the sticks were. Interesting. Steiner House. Everyone's closed. Druckers. Back here. Drucker House. Drucker House. Nobody's here. Nobody's. It's you! Klaus! Andreas? I'm sorry, Klaus. I know it's been a long time. 7 years. 7 years and nothing from my friend Andreas. First Bert, then Marie just after Magdalene was born. My wife always thought highly of you. I can't believe you didn't write back after I told you they had passed. I'm sorry. I should have written. Yes, you should have. Too late for that now, though. Boop de bobo. Oh, hello. She likes you. Your business seems to have grown. Where are you printing? The 12 articles. They were originally written by Swabian peasants who were demanding changes from the lords. Freedom from serfdom, freedom to hunt and use the woods as God intended, freedom from compulsory labor, abolition of the inheritance tax, fair appraisal of rent, the return of property to common use and ownership. Bavaria is in Swabia, but their complaints are just as valid for the peasants of Taffing. Roman Duchy, Holy Roman Empire was formed in the Swabian Circle, 1512. It borders Bavaria to the west, Swiss Confederacy to the south, and Austria to the southwest. Laws may not be just, but they are the laws. Few the people attesting and putting themselves in peril. Oh, so this is Otto's cause. He's got your ear already, Abbott has been squeezing the peasants for years. Now he's squeezing the townsfolk, and we're pushing back. Cause is righteous, Andreas. If you haven't seen the Goat News lately, you should visit them. And Otto, how you print these? Yes, why? Well, I didn't think he could read. He can't, but just about everyone else in town can. He speaks. I print. Just trying to do my part, I suppose. I'm sorry. I'm still not in the mood for this late reunion. Come back for dinner tomorrow. You should go to the Commons, hear what Otto has to say. It's worth hearing. Of course. I'll see you then. Be good while we're gone, Magdalene. Will you be good? Gabba girl. Okay. Nuns. Sad. Well, this game is like getting like real sad, bro. Our Lady of the Labyrinth. Martin Bauer and Widow. Wait, Martin Bauer. Martin and only Martin? What about the others? Maybe the Widow. I'm gonna go see my friend the Widow. I apparently can't. Not allowed to see the Widow. Okay. John Bauer house, Johann Bauer. Okay. Johann Bauer still exists. Guess I'll go over here. Gertner house. Oh, Commons. So many people. Everyone listen! We all know why we're here. Nothing I'm going to say will be a surprise. Nothing I'm going to say hasn't already been spoken behind closed doors, whispered to your neighbors. Nothing I'm going to say is untruthful, so it's time we started saying it openly. Year after year, the Abbey has found new ways to tax the peasants. Piece by piece, the Abbey has taken away our rights to use God's force to support our families. Law after law gets heaped upon us, restrictions on how we can pay rent, limits on where we can move, who we can wed. And now, the death tax, which once claimed only our best animal and garment, now takes half our estate. No consideration for widows, no consideration for children. What about the town council, the Rathaus? Community hall where people meet, and is typically a council governed day-to-day affairs under the authority of the Lord. Surely that is a sign that the abbot wishes to share his power, to listen to our grievances. You have a good heart, Ulrich. You always want to see the best in people. But no. The council is a way for the abbot to divide us, to pit a favored few against the many. This is not charity, no. Only greed and desperation drive Father Goodnot. You'd think that if the abbot could, he'd steal a dead man's soul from heaven itself. And when we protested, what did Father Goodnot do? He locked the shrine of Saint Moritz. He won't allow people of the town, the farmers of this land, to pray before the relic. Now, when we most need the intercession of our saint, the abbot has shut us out. Father Goodnot's actions weren't just. They aren't Christian. We've endured his abuse for too long. It's time to let the abbot know we won't take it anymore. Too right. Hear him. Yes. Yes, to stop. Let's fix this. Stop. This is foolish. Soldiers are already patrolling nearby towns. If you wish to push against the abbey, you'll incur the Duke's wrath. You could get the town razed and everyone killed. Hannah's right. The Duke is a powerful force in Bavaria. You're playing a dangerous game, Otto. You're no match for trained soldiers. If you do not relent, you'll be ground into dust like the Swabian peasants.
We could always grind you up instead, Lanhart. They might be right if there are already soldiers about. I don't know about this. We have to stand for what's right, guys, on our side. Dot, dot, dot. Don't be shy. Speak up if you have a cause. We won't be overrun. The peasants of Salzburg were able to take the city and have their cause heard. If the people can get the Archbishop of Salzburg to listen to them, then we can do the same with the abbot. Master Andreas, what do you think? Do you think my family in Salzburg is all right? I don't know, Casper, but we can find out. All right. Enough is enough. We can't stand by with the abbot while the abbot continues treating us poorly. People all over Swabia are taking back their God-given rights. Why shouldn't we do the same? Righteous cause! Martin's right. We deserve better. We can do this. Well spoken, Martin. Everyone ought to consider what he said. Martin has proved dependable these last few years. But if the words of men can't persuade you, perhaps a sign from a greater will. The abbot may have locked us out of our saint's shrine, but God has shown me that he is with us. I think that's all I should say for now. Thank you all for coming. Nice. Good day, Andreas. Clara, it's been so long. It's lovely to see you again. Hello, Clara. How are you? Hello, Andreas. I'm surprised to see you after a long absence from Tassing. At this rate, we thought you'd never see you again. What can I say? I miss the alpine air and the people, of course. I was on the road to Nuremberg, actually, and wondered how y'all were getting on. I was gone too long. I'm sorry for not saying a word of my arrival. You certainly pick an odd time to visit. You're in the middle of a strange season. Ah, you found the goodness? Your speech was very rousing, Otto. I swear they get better each time. I hope the zoo doesn't catch word of this, Otto. The town could suffer for us. Are you looking for trouble, Otto? Of course not, but I understand that might happen if the abbot doesn't listen to reason. Even so, the people here can't go on like this. Something has to change. I'm just concerned for what might happen here, is all. It's appreciated, but we know the risks. Otto, did you really see the sign from God? Is that true? It is, Andreas, I swear. Come talk to me later. I'll tell you I can, alright? Anyway, Andreas, you and yours should come by for the house's supper. We'd be delighted to have you. That sounds wonderful. We'll be there, Clara. Sound good to you, Caspar? Yes, Master Andreas, I'm starving. Our table is a little sparse lately, but we'll be sure to feed you well. Thank you. We'll see you there. This game is really interesting. Really, really interesting. Hey, Andreas. Andreas, you're back in Tassing! Yes, for a few days I wanted to pay my respects to Brother Piero. Oh yes, Brother Piero. What a talent with color. I'm sorry, Andreas. He's a sweet old man. I talk to him sometimes on my breaks up at the Abbey. I'm surprised Prior Fennec didn't give you an earful. Well, he did before the unpleasantness. I'm sure that you know it shook up things at the Abbey for a while. Brother Guy made it clear I wasn't welcome at Cassel when I arrived, so yes. For what's worth, you're still working and Tassing anyway. Matthew's prior now, still strict, but a bit quieter about it. Matthew has always struck me as quite pious. True, you wouldn't think piety would be uncommon in the Abbey, but with Father Gannot, are you in with the peasants, Andres? Oh, of course, Gannot has been running them into the ground. On top of that, we can't even use the forest anymore. Any of us used to be able to go fishing there, not anymore. I hope things don't get bloody. Bloody? No one wants that, Andreas. But we're not going anywhere by keeping quiet. You had a good advocate in Otto. He's a good man and speaks the truth. Whole town knows it, even Lenhart, even though he wouldn't admit it. Say, Andreas, how's the married life been treating you? After you left here and returned to Nuremberg, I assume you married that girl of yours, Sabine.
I did. Marriage is a legal requirement for becoming a recognized master craftsman.
Ah, yes, of course, these obligations seldom reach a small town like ours. I'd imagine it'd apply to me as well if I got far enough. Hope the married life has treated you well. I still haven't found anyone. Fear it's never going to happen. Really? Not a single person has caught your eye? Well, when I was in Innsbruck a few years ago, I saw a pretty girl at the market selling painted pots. Think about her sometimes. Maybe more than is Christian. Hold on. You need to go back to Innsbruck to find that pretty girl. I can tell you now, and just don't. It's not worth the effort. Don't let the pretty facade fool you. It may fit some, but it's not. But it's been nothing but miserable for me. It can be that bad. Having a companion in the path of life, caring for your family, the laughter of your wife and kids. You take comfort in your craft. In all these years, I never would have guessed. People in Tassing look happy together. Well, sometimes, occasionally. Rarely, if I really think about it. They often bicker with each other, more so as time passes. The Gertners, the Millers, the Albins, the Bowers. Do the moments of life ever overtake the irritation of bitterness? Marriage isn't really about love, but living good and proper Christian life. Seldom enough as it doesn't matter. No, never. Marriage isn't really... If you find love, great. If not, it's still good enough. I'd hope to find bearing good enough in the eyes of God. Maybe you're right. Maybe I should focus on my craft. I've grown quite skilled over the years, but there's still more to learn. Thank you. A pleasure. Until later, Andres. Until then. Alright. Gertner house. Claire. Hello again, Andres. We're about to sit down for supper. Care to join? It'll be my pleasure. It's truly a blessing to have everyone back together again, if only briefly. Keep an eye on that boy of yours, Andres. See that he minds how much he takes. Young boys eat too much goddamn much. Peter, stop that! Andres is our guest. Why don't you lead us in grace? Fine. Bless us, O Lord, and these are gifts which we are about to receive from your bounty. We pray again from our beloved Christine, gone now these many years. Please help me protect my family in these difficult times. Through Christ our Lord, amen. Amen. Oh, hey! You married him. Nice. Amen. Amen. Master Andreas, why are we the only ones with bread? I feel like honesty here is really the thing. Gertners can't afford a lot of bread, they're being polite. That is like what they're doing. Yep. Andreas, it's so good to have you at our table again. And with another guest. Is this young man your assistant? Gaspar, yes, he's my apprentice. Ah, that would explain why I saw him writing on that little journal. I remember you did the same thing when you lived here. Select food to eat. Oop. Pot porridge. Do you still draw on your journal, Andreas? Oh, sometimes. When the mood strikes. Wouldn't that be nice, Jorg? If only I had to work when the whim took us. And we toil all day, and this despicable abbot is starving us all while he sips on his sacramental fucking wine. Lay off him, Dad. He's only just got here. How have fate's been treating you these last few years? Cough. Oh. Lord is testing us with another hard season, I'm afraid. That's the one way to say it. Been miserable as shit all around. Old Peter, you're alive? Maybe you should be resting, Grandpa. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna do it sitting up at my own goddamn table. The whole family's been ill, Andreas. Peter, his father, and Ursula with an Og and me. Well, Claire lost a child in childbed a year ago now. Tragedy. I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you, Andreas. It was some time ago, but... well, such things linger. It was monstrous. Monstrous. Don't think about it, just keep the conversation going.
You're already thinking about it. Please leave me alone just for a while. Alright, just for a while. Surely the child is with the Lord now. Lord doesn't seem to look our way any longer. That's why it's time for us to take matters in our own hands. We're eating, not at the table. Who do you think? He's right. Please, can we not talk about this now? Munch. Yorkia was waiting for while you were away, Andreas. Really? To whom? To me, Andreas. Why else do you think I'm here? Of course, you two make a good match. Jorga's been good to me. Not many other options in passing anyway. It's been a couple of springs, but I'm still not used to being married. Congratulations, Jorg. I'm happy for you. Thanks, Andreas. It's been one blessing in our dark season. With children soon to come, I hope. Haha, hey. What, I don't get it, cough. Do you? Oh, forget Ursula. What have you been up to, Andreas? Foreign patrons are fussy, and I've spent a fortune trying to keep my inks wet and canvases dry while traveling. Nuremberg is miserable. I'm painting commission, but patrons are paying to be added, so it's taking ages to finish. Well, I've been so busy with Kaspar's apprenticeship, I never have any time. What should I say? Life comes so far from theirs now. Mine's gone blank. What should I say? Don't leave them waiting. Can't think of anything. Nothing but my miserable little problems. Well, thank you, rude, if you don't say something. Let's see. Nuremberg is miserable. Oh, God. I don't want to, like, complain. I'm paying commission. Patrons are... So it's taking ages to finish. Pa. Not interested in tales of your charm city life. Cough, cough. Ursula, maybe you should excuse yourself and rest. You're sick. My mom, I'm still hungry. Here, Ursula, you can have mine. It's not fair anybody else gets bread besides Master Andreas and me. Stop! Ursula, give it back to him. I'm not going to have people in this town saying we don't feed our goddamn guests. Besides, we all have work to get to, don't we? Good. Time to get back to Andreas. We'll see you and your boy later. My apologies, Peter. We don't mean to overstay. Welcome. Sorry, Andreas. He's just in a bad mood. Lovely to see you again. Thank you for coming, Andreas. Will you be staying for St. John's Eve? I think so. Good. Hopefully we'll see you later. Until then. Compline. Sleep. Come, child. Man, that's weird. Oh, you can just, like, click where you want to go. Oh, I didn't know that. Let's see if I can see the ghost again, real quick. And then, I think I'll go back to the... oh. The sin of Saul! The sin of Saul! Saul, first monarch of Israel. According to the Old Testament, Saul was divinely rejected from the kingship after disobeying the prophet Samuel's instructions. Master, did you hear that? Sound like someone crying out. I think it's Sister Emily. She's a mystic. She may be having one for visits. Sister Emily, are you alright? The Philistines, this is the hand of God. Compline, Compline. Sister, is something happening at Compline? It's Compline right now. No! Sister Emily. You're the artist, Andreas. You remember me? Yes, you were here when the Baron was killed. You've changed. Hopefully for the better. God knows. Tough. Though he reveals and hides his as will, he always knows our inner heart, even if we do not know it ourselves. I wish Father Thomas were here. Would you like Caspar to go get him? If he could, yes. His house is just around the corner. Caspar, run and get Father Thomas. Yes, Master Andreas. Your son. My apprentice, Caspar Ziegler from Salzburg. My apprentice, but I think of him like a son. He seems eager to please you. He's quite enthusiastic. Yes. I have a little knowledge of the workings of masters and apprentices.
My world is one of spirit, decoupled from the march of life and death. I see and hear your world turning from its little window, but they are mercifully small glimpses. You chose a difficult life. My life is not difficult, but the choice was. My life belongs to God, and its trials are mine to endure in this cell. Your world is a world of normal lives and normal thoughts. It can be difficult to hear the divine, much less make sense of it. I have no will to be part of that world. I strive to have no will at all, but to subordinate myself to the will of God. When my will is His will, He graces me with visions, confusing though they may be. It must be frustrating. It's a struggle, but it's not frustrating. My visions are gifts from God. I am blessed to receive them. I must have patience, seek counsel in Father Thomas, and accept that not everything will be revealed to me. Sister, what is that hole in the ground? My grave. That seems macabre. I dug it before Father Thomas read me my funeral rites, before I was enclosed here. I dig a little more in it each day. Most people find it shocking, but this is my devotion, my vocation. Once someone finds their calling, they must answer it fully. What if the calling is wrong? Of course. How could we do otherwise? We all find ways to stray, by inches or feet. We all have our own course to find through this life, but we all end in the same place. I just had to face this reality earlier than most. Is your calling in question, Andreas? Is your life? Both, I think. I've lost my love. My love for art, love for family, love for anything. The last 7 years have been hard. It was all too much for me. Don't lose hope, Andreas. The human heart is no small thing. It can hold so much. Andreas, thank you for sending Caspar. And she asked for you. Are you alright, Sister Emily? Yes, Father. I may have had another vision. I remember a little of it. Master Mailer and his apprentice heard nothing specific. That was unfortunate, but I'm glad you're alright. Andreas, Caspar, could you excuse us? We appreciate your help. I must enter now in the church. Of course, Father. Good evening. God bless you both. Master Andreas, I'm confused. What did that all mean? I'm not sure, but the last time I heard Sister Emily have a vision, it was just before the Baron was murdered. What? Do you think Sister Emily could be receiving warnings? No, that's too simple an explanation. There are layers and layers to define messages. No revelation with real power or prophecy could be understood plainly. The meaning must be hidden or implied. Sounds complicated. Come, Caspar, let's retire for the evening. Where do we retire to? Oh yeah, it's like... I built it in this meadow. Can I see... oh, yeah, you can see the ruins again. Stand collection of wildflowers, grow peacefully in the meadows. Okay. Well, this is taking kind of a turn. I don't know. I really thought it was just going to be that, like, one section. But now I'm seeing that it's, like, even deeper. I guess, like, I don't know, a full playthrough might be a lot. Because we didn't solve the original mystery, right? It's getting late, I should get some rest. Go to sleep, stay awake. Go sleep. So yeah, I guess it's... it's interesting. St. John's Eve, mean illumination in the library. Alright. Well, with that being stated, and all that done,
That's gonna be it for today, I think. Yeah. I think I have it set for Shadows Over Loathing tomorrow. Which should still be the case. So, that's going to be fun. It's another game. That game has a bit, I guess, that game at least has a bit of action, and it's a bit more straightforward than this. It is kind of the same vein, where actions have consequences and stuff, but it's a little bit more on the surface level. Still really good game. Both are really good games. But excited to be playing them right now. Otherwise, yeah. Oh. Yeah. Otherwise, there will be some changes and, like, I guess, I don't know, improvements, hopefully, coming along soon. I've got some cool stuff in the works, that I'm hoping will improve, I guess some of the things. Make it better. So, excited for that, but thanks for watch, if you did. You know, thank you for stopping by, listening to my ramblings. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.